And on this early Sunday morning, we say hello, Canada, and welcome back to our second day of coverage, the Ford World Men's Curling Championships from Edmonton. He got off to a great start yesterday. Canada's G.Howard picking up a first-round win against Finland and Marco Jussi-Pavoniemi, and now he steps on the ice against Denmark. Denmark has never won a gold medal in world curling. They have a couple of bronze, so Johnny Frederiksen hopes to become the first and not just another Danish. Oh, Johnny come lately. G.Howard and the Canadian team going through their final warm-ups. Hello, everyone. Vic Roeder along with Linda Moore, Ray Turnbull, Kathy Gauthier as Linda, the Canadians, step onto the ice against the Danes.
Well, G.Howard had a great start to this event. There's goals you have in your first game. Fine draw, weight, put the broom down well for hits. Well, everything went well for G.Howard. 97% helped, of course, by a great team, in particularly Craig Saville, who curled 95%. A tremendous performance. A good game, though, too, Ray, for the Denmark team.
Well, what a finish for Johnny Frederiksen in his game against Sweden. He picks up 2 in the 10th end to go the extra end, and he ends up with an out-turn draw. He has to steal this game. He's got an out-turn draw, and he's got only the button. He's got to get it right to the top of the button, try and cover the pinhole. It's great brushing, but a chance for the young Danish skip to knock off a 3-time world champion. Take a look at the brushing and watch where this stone finishes. They get it by the top guard. They get it to the top forefoot. They get it to the pin, and there's nothing Pia Lindholm can do with it. Big steal.
And a big win, as you say, over Pia Lindholm, as Frederiksen goes through his warm-ups as well. Just the 2 games that are on the ice in this morning's third draw, and it's all the 4 teams that had Saturday night off. Finland, after their loss to Canada, will play Sweden, and Lindholm, who lost to Denmark. And Canada-Denmark, of course, is our featured game, game 2 for both those. Well, Yankee Stadium may be the house that Ruth built, but Rexall Place is certainly the house that Wayne Gretzky built. We are in Edmonton.
The 2007 Ford World Men's Curling Championship on TSN is brought to you by Ford, built for life in Canada.
Inspiration. Where does it come from? Is it conviction? The things you can't compromise on? Is it anticipation? Knowing where to be? Wherever it is, find your inspiration, and you'll find greatness.
Well, here's where the burned rock came in. Bob Labonte, the skip, jumped in the airs. He kicked that white stone belonging to Melischuk, and that put it into an extra end of competition.
A tough shot awaited Bob Labonte, and definitely he had more weight. Sailing right by the Melischuk stone, allowing Melischuk to not only come back in that controversial 10th end for the tie, but go on in the extra end and steal the point that gave him a 10-9 victory in the strangest curling championship ever decided.
High-def colors like you've never seen. Only on Panasonic Viera Plasma.
When dry hair needs help, it's Aussie to the rescue. Aussie's Moist Collection quenches thirsty hair, replenishing moisture for a natural glistening glow. Don't get dehydrated. Don't miss the 3 new collections from Aussie. Add some roux to your do.
Strauss Herb Company, sponsor of the Strauss Canada Cup of Curling, is a family business with a full line of traditional natural products. Take it from me, Randy Furby, these products rock. They're available at health food stores near you.
Hi, Bob. Big mess at home. Uh-oh. Looks like you need a new kitchen faucet. Come on, let's get you started.
Got a plumbing project? Before a small problem bursts into a large one, start right at True Value. You know you'll always find friendly expert advice for all your do-it-yourself projects. Look for energy-efficient electric or gas water heaters from GSW. Skills miter saw with a Smart Cut system, $189.99.
Thanks again for all the help. Hey, don't forget your towel.
True Value. Start right. Start here.
The 2007 Ford World Men's Curling Championship on TSN is brought to you by Scotty's Tournament of Hearts, a new look, a new name. By Tim Hortons Triple Chocolate Baked Goods, it's irresistibly chocolatey. And by Strauss Herb Company, trust the tradition.
Sunday morning at Rexall Place, and it's game 2 for Canada as they step on the ice against Denmark. Let's meet the teams now, brought to you by True Value Hardware. Help is just around the corner.
Hi, I'm G.Howard, skip of Team Canada. Our lead is Craig Saville, second Brent Lang, third Richard Hart, and alternate Steve Bice.
Hi, I'm Johnny Frederiksen, a skip of Denmark. Lead is Kenneth Hatstale. Second is Bo Jensen. Third is Lars Wieland. Alternate is Ivan Frederiksen.
And it will be Canada playing the Redstones, and they will have the hammer in the first end of play. Denmark to play yellow on this April 1st, April Fool's Day. Canada obviously hoping for no joke. Nice nose and glasses, Ray. I like those. April Fool's Day.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to start it up today, do you?
Yeah, no, not so
Sunday
early.
morning.
Yeah.
You've already been upset about the fact your pens have been missing all morning. Of course, any little thing like that throws you completely off.
Somebody came in and moved my pens.
Well, it doesn't matter where this stone finishes, Linda. I think that, he'll probably throw up the corner guard. And what Glenn's theory is that I know the ice, and I like, I'm going to put it to you right away. And so I'm sure the young Danish skip,
watch those footprints.
Young compared to me, would like to play it wide open, but they're not going to let it happen.
Well, I talked about the goals that G.Howard had in the first game, and he achieved so many of them, getting the feel for ice, putting down the broom well for as far as reading the ice goes. The brushers did a good job. They had a couple of ends in the first game, Canada did, that maybe wouldn't make them as happy, but a lot of great shots were made. For Denmark, they played pretty well, but now they're facing G.Howard, and they know he's going to put rocks in play. So these rocks now for Denmark have to be so precise. First one in, fine, but now you have to cover that on the right side and not allow the hit and roll.
Kenneth Hertzdahl throwing the lead stones for this Danish championship team from Vidovra.
That's a little too high. That's meat and potatoes for Mr. Howard.
We haven't talked about that yet in our first game anyway. Where is with the amount of curl, where is the nice spot to put those guards so that it makes it difficult to come around?
Well, that particular shot is too high. If you got to get that tighter, but I think he was actually almost playing down to the face of it.
Whoa, whoa.
There was in the first round we did see Norway play Switzerland, and a very similar guard ended up being the only guard Switzerland had to try and steal an extra end, and it was so long, Vic, that it allowed Norway to make the nice gentle come around and tap back. This one is going to slide through, a little bit heavy, a little bit wide maybe, but it certainly with that long guard allows you to do a lot.
Don't see many mistakes, and that's one from Craig Saville.
Well, Linda mentioned in her opening comments his numbers from yesterday. I think he was, what, 95%, Linda? So that's really an uncharacteristic mistake. So a chance to put a little pressure on in this first end.
Yep. Yep.
As we say good morning as well to Kathy Gauthier. Hi, Kathy.
Hello. It's interesting, even though right now the play in the house does favor the Danish team, Johnny Frederiksen does not like this kind of play early on. He likes the first 4 ends, as he talks about, very simple. It's how they find their feel, as he says. And going against a tough Canadian team, he wanted to make sure that their nerves were in good shape. Late in the game is when he likes to go. But this, even though they're in great shape, Ray, is not what he wanted this game to start out like.
No roll, no roll. Whoa.
And the shooter will hang around the edge of the 8-foot. So if you are the Canadians, then you know that you want to put it to them, as you suggest, right away.
Oh, yeah,
take them right out of the game. Don't let them get comfortable.
Glenn does it with everybody, and most of the top teams in our country do. They don't wait for anything. Once they have last rock, which they have in this particular and the first end, they have the last rock, so they're just going to go right after them. That was a nice shot. That rolled a little too far. If it rolls a little less, of course, it's in behind the corner. So.
The nice thing is that Denmark is going after it. The fact that Canada has the hammer, Denmark won't leave these rocks around.
They've really got to scrub to get it by that stone, which is just outside the 12-foot. Big brush. No, a little rub. And it'll go on through.
Pound lighter?
Yeah. Same line,
This one was very quiet weight. I'm not sure if it was the weight he asked for, but it was that late curl with that quieter weight that cost them. And now Canada has a chance to make another play at now the lone Yellowstone in behind cover.
Little less. Close, whoa.
Brent Lang, and it was Lang's great hit and roll that got the Canadians going yesterday in their second end against Finland, and then they rolled from there.
Yep, rolling it. Yep, hard. Go, Sam. Go.
A little more, dragging it over and plops it right behind the guard.
2 great shots by Brent. He's got that buried in behind the guard. You can see what's happening already. Sure, there was an early miss by Craig, but now there's a corner guard. There's 2 rocks in the rings. You're running one back, so a great opportunity here for Glenn Howard to get off to a good start.
And Vic, back to your comment, that's why the yellow guard was too long. Both times Brent had a chance to get by with the quiet weight and make the shot.
And he'll stuff it and leave Canada lying 2 with the hammer here in the first.
It's the beautiful thing about the rule, too, Vic, is that teams just can't run for 3 or 4 ends like they used to. You know, a team that's more comfortable getting through 3 or 4 ends like this Danish team that doesn't play in a lot of
I don't like the guard because
competitions.
If we go anything too far here, there's a good chance it's a triple. At least on the other side, there's not.
The free guard zone drill really does
What, is this normal,
change the approach for everyone.
I think it's almost 5. Yeah.
Just the one other game on the ice, of course, and it is Finland, pardon me, against Sweden, both losing their openers yesterday. That one red stone at the back of the 12-foot belonging to Finland and Marco Jussi-Pavoniemi, and it will be Pea Lindholm with his final stone for Sweden. He has the hammer.
Oh, it's coming down. Whoa. Looks real good. Yep. Whoa. That's perfect.
It's almost beside it.
No, it's not.
Going to catch it? No, it'll go right by as he was attempting the blank, and so it's a steal of 1 for Finland.
Well, trouble in River City here for Denmark. Canada lying 3. There's a double there if you want to play it. Double and roll, actually.
The roll would be very key, even if he doesn't make a perfect play on the second one. He needs some sort of roll and start to get Canada into playing harder shots.
Talai shot stone for the moment. Canada, remember, does have the hammer.
The roll is even better.
Hack a board, hack?
Hack.
Yeah, a little roll inside for Richard Hart here. Set up potentially 3 points for Team Canada.
Rolling to the open side or even sitting there still leaves a shot for Denmark. Even a tiny roll, making it such that you can't roll inside if you're Denmark, would be very important.
Yeah, go a bit. Go a bit.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good job. Nice shooting, Langer.
So a chance again to get the roll behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to let me know. That's firm hack.
Yeah. It's pretty straight. I thought it was half decent.
Great.
Yeah.
That's why you're sweet.
Yeah.
You do hack that going,
Yeah.
right? Is that
That's
just
pretty
through
good.
Langers?
Interesting comment to start. Linda finding the ice just a little straight.
Well, it's just that tiny bit different weight. It is straight with weight, as we've always talked about. It also is early brushing, Vic, so they're just commenting, Richard and Glenn, not to jump the brushing, to make sure that they let it catch the curl before they get on it with the sweeping. Not big numbers for Johnny in that first game. It was a case of the right shot at the right time. Twice in the game against Sweden, Johnny made out-turn and come-arounds, once to steal and once to win in the extra end.
His fourth World Championship appearance. Going to roll it over, and not quite.
Great try.
Let's talk a little bit about the ice times right now. Linda, they're brought to you by the Strauss Herb Company. Trust the tradition.
That was the one thing in the first round, though, when we watched Canada. It was so consistent, Vic. Draw speed between the hog lines in seconds, 14. Guards, 15.5. Hits, 9. And that hack weight around 11 to an 11.5 second shot is just so workable with the brushes. So the consistency was terrific yesterday.
It is a terrific brushing ice. The secret, of course, is, as Vic just mentioned, being careful not to jump on them too quickly. If you're looking for some movement, you got to get the early movement.
You're more heavier, clean.
But you can certainly control the stone with the brushes.
You see the great numbers for Glenn Howard in that win over Marco Jussi-Pevoniemi, 97%.
Roll it right over, guys. Line it up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep, pass. Go.
They roll over on the corner and just pass. I'll suggest to you that he really wasn't pressed. He made one really terrific shot, a little chip and roll, but Marku never really pushed it.
No, Marku was not comfortable. I think Ray said that from the start. He just didn't look himself, took a long time to call shots, and really didn't have the feel, Ray, at the end of it.
It certainly wasn't the Marco that we're used to watching. And the fact is he hasn't played a lot. We talked about this yesterday, and that would make a huge difference. He catches Canada the first game.
So the final stone here in this first for Denmark and Johnny Frederiksen as he faces 3.
Playing the double or playing the roll, Linda? Do you think he's going to try and roll over, or he's going to just make the double and give up the deuce?
Trying the double.
Hairstall and Jensen with the brush. Going to get them both, and he will. And he'll lose the shooter, so it'll be a draw for 2 for Canada here in the first.
Faster than yesterday.
Okay.
They're again commenting just,
Yeah,
I think
25.
as Craig said, a little faster than yesterday. But 2, it's the early, it's the morning draw, and we usually see that in morning draws, don't we?
We do. It's a little cooler in the building. You don't have the same airflow. It's, of course, only 2 games, and play makes a slight difference, so it will be a tiny bit faster. That means you just have to be careful driving from the hack. Hand it to the brushers.
Easy, 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 easy.
Whoa.
Easy.
It's there. Don't sweep it. Wouldn't mind hitting it. Whoa.
All on its own. Just put it in the paint.
Harder than that, though.
Well, it could have been worse. As Ray said, it looked like trouble in River City. Trouble with a capital T in that right. That's T is in 2 for Canada in the first.
Purex is softer and thicker than ever. Sweetie, can I have that? Okay. Softness the whole family will love. Purex, now softer and thicker.
Lucky. Love Tim Hortons donuts.
Oh, those aren't just any donuts. They're the new triple chocolate donuts.
What? But I'm the chocolate king.
Oh, yeah, and they're super chocolatey, too, with the filling and the icing, and there's even more chocolatey drizzle on top of that.
It's irresistibly chocolatey at Tim Hortons with our triple chocolate baked goods.
Always fresh, always Tim Hortons.
Hey, Bill.
Steve, looks like you had a barbecue meltdown.
Right before the big party.
Come on, we'll get you started again.
Planning on making some changes to your backyard? From barbecues and lawnmowers to garden tools and accessories, we've got you covered. Plus, friendly expert advice. Start right at True Value for all your do-it-yourself projects.
Perfect.
Thanks again, Bill.
Whoops, don't forget your fire extinguisher.
True Value. Start right, start here.
Gotta go make dinner.
No matter what your day throws at you, you can have a great meal. M&M Meat Shops has hundreds of meal ideas that are delicious, fast, and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
Regular toothbrushes can't stand up to it. Oral-B Triumph. Triumph is the first brush with an onboard computer and floss action brush head to power clean between teeth. It helps fight gingivitis, and it helps give you healthy-looking teeth and gums by your next checkup. Get a smile you can feel triumphant about. Oral-B Triumph. Brush like a dentist.
Sunday morning early here in Edmonton after the Saturday night before. On April Fool's Day, it's time to read the ice. This may be the joke. Here's Ray.
Well, the ice has been great. It's a great service. Now, on this particular sheet, there's a great big hole out here in this area here, so you'll have to play around it. April Fool's. It's been a great surface. Watch a few things. Number one, it does break down a little bit in the slide path later on, but it's been a terrific surface. We're in the middle of the ice, so we're not worrying about any heat coming off the stands at all. It does run very, very straight with any kind of weight, and you've got to judge the brushing properly.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. We go to the second. Canada gets their deuce in the first. Denmark playing Yellowstones has the hammer.
Drop. Net ball. Drop. Don't go. Drop. Fire up.
Denmark might prefer to play open, but if you look back at the first game that Canada played, G.Howard was so good with the hammer. He got his deuces in the first 2 attempts. So you could see that Denmark was deciding to play the corner guard to try and get something back after giving up the deuce here. But that one will slide in, and it can be hit.
Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Pretty heavy. Whoa. Pretty firm. Whoa.
Yep. Perfect.
Wow. Yeah, they're doing. They've been working on. They've been.
4-0 havde jeg. Så er man altså lidt på den, man er.
And one thing you can't do, and we've talked about this before, is doubt that this Danish team can make the shots. Got here by winning a berth out of the Europeans, and this is a good call, another attempt to get up a guard.
Lidt længere. Så bare der. Hvad spiller?
4-0, 0-1 og 4-0-9.
You want to hold off or what?
What?
You want to hold off?
I don't. Well, I guess they'll tell us what to do. I don't know what the.
I think we should.
We're pumping up there, right?
What?
Baker Langer.
Yep, hard, real hard. Real hard. Yep. Hard. Gotta go. Hard. Gotta go hard. Go, Savvy. Yep.
Good action. Just choke that one off.
Ja, nu skal vi i hvert fald.
So there's the first mistake for Canada. Hitting the guard, yes, but did not roll away, and that leaves a corner. It may be red, but it's a corner guard that Denmark can use.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for Denmark to get in behind this corner guard, keep it in front of the T line if possible. Get it covered.
Bo Jensen throwing the second stones for the Danes.
T-line. Rigtig god linje. Foran. God retning. Først til sidst.
Just too deep.
And we saw the clock, and it is a little faster at the start of this game, so they will have to be aware of that half-second difference from yesterday.
Yeah, top eight. Top eight. Up high.
If you freeze right on, there's no double.
Okay.
Let's get 25, eh? So.
When the other team has last rock, often you freeze to rocks in the back of the house. The only problem is there's another Canadian stone in the ring, so to cut off the come around and to sit two
It's pretty good.
and not let a hit and roll be established by Denmark, this one is going to be higher in the house rather than a freeze.
Not buried. Go to the back.
Top eight was what they're talking about.
Right to it.
It's going to slip a little too far.
Hard. Go. Hard. Get it to him. You can't make it.
Yeah, both teams have got caught a little bit on the fact that it is a little quicker this morning. They do get the practice session, but you get that weight in your mind, you know, because it's usually so consistent.
I think it's a little faster even than in practice. It just has that sliding look to it where it's just not going to grab it all in the rings.
Hvad med at gemme dem? Så gå ned og frys. Eller her. Jeg kan godt lide.
Så kan dig eller Frede tage den.
Frede?
I think Canada thought they would play the hit and roll over a little, almost double, but it's just a draw.
Put down onto the corner.
Just in front of it, Vic, anywhere in front.
Samme. Ingenting. Samme. Plads. Ingenting.
Helt det samme, mand. Lots of weight.
Yeah, we'll roll off and now sit out in the open.
Huh?
Hack?
Yeah. I think you better throw this inside center almost. Yeah. You like heavier so we can go inside center?
Hack! I think we can anyway, actually, watching these things.
You want to get the roll. You don't want to sit right there, otherwise you've set up a little bit of a wall.
They were commenting on the ice, and we did see this yesterday where center line can be a little straight, so they wanted to play this, starting the broom just inside center line, and then it'll start to grab the curl.
Yep. Hard. Real hard. Gotta go hard. Real hard. Go hard.
Oh, great rush to get it by the top guard. Now the little roll over. And it'll spin a little too far, but Canada is lying to without the hammer here in the second.
That's a much better result, though. They couldn't afford to hit it on the nose and just sit right there.
It went, eh?
Yeah, it did. Once it got off
It
the
really
line.
went sideways on them. It started to curl. They stayed off it in the beginning, and then they just caught it in time to get it by that guard. Great brushing.
It's an example of what the teams will have to remember, though, as this game progresses, as this week progresses. Center line a little straight. As soon as you're inside it, it curls. So you really have to watch where you put the guard so you can judge the come-arounds and then the tap-backs as well.
We saw a good example of the movement in the last end when Canada got its 2 points. That guard was too long that we talked about it. Canada was able to get around and get it shot rock twice.
Lars Villant. Hits no. Jensen. Oh, a big scrub for them now. No, can't save it.
Plan B isn't going to be as bad, though, because it's going to come onto the face of shot rock.
That may have over-curled if it had gotten by, Linda. That may have curled too much.
What happens if we lose our own? I guess nothing, or what? Glen's got a different idea here, eh? He's playing the drop.
Pump that back.
You guys like that any better? Pick isn't great, eh?
I guess here, Rich.
Okay. Ah.
Takes some ice. Trying to nose this?
Richard Hart.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Now, Hart's initial thought was, why don't we just pound it and lose the back one? But now Glenn Howard saying, no, just move them, create some separation.
Trying to do it so the red stone being thrown here sits in front of yellow and you remove the backing from behind the yellow.
Go, 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 go.
Plan B on this one because it hung out a little straighter.
Too much ice.
Now there you see, again, even Glenn's now realizing it's running, as you suggest, Ray, a little straighter, so he's got to adjust the broom.
It's not curling, Rich. As soon as you throw that extra 4 for weight's perfect.
Yeah.
You go edge of the floor with that.
Okay.
The weight was perfect.
Sure, great. Just one more curl.
I told Glenn that in the morning draws, we'll just, they can do all the talking. So make sure you talk a lot now this morning.
Yeah! Yeah! Helt vejen, helt vejen. Og bunden derop, derop. Okay. Hvad fanden sker der, mand?
That's too bad. That was a good opportunity for Denmark to really put themselves in a position to possibly get the 2 points back.
I think it goes underneath.
That's good then. I think nose is good, isn't it?
Yeah. Or do you want to keep this one
This
around?
is another one of those cases where the curl will be different from team to team.
It's a big pocket, but
I don't mind board. Probably get, yeah.
It's where to leave the
nose
shooter.
is pretty good, though, isn't it?
Him to get that.
It gives him a bad angle there. Nose with board.
Nose with board.
Yeah.
So when we watch some of these teams like Denmark, they're going to throw the rock, and you may think the ice looks quite extreme, a little bit too much or a little too little, but they just do throw the rock that much differently, and we already know Glenn Howard said he's going to get the reading of the ice off his team, which is appropriate. Different releases are coming at him, and that may be why the Danish team's last rock over-curled.
Skip Stones here in the second. Glenn Howard in his first.
Forward. Whoa. Close. Well. Yep. Hard. Yep. Gotta go. Hard. Whoa. Hard. Hard.
Good shot.
Thanks.
Try, Glenn.
Thanks, Rich.
Yeah. Cheek?
Yeah. Now we know that sometimes rocks in play, your opponent's rocks can be your friends if you're trying to come back. How much of a friend are those stones to Denmark right now?
Actually, there's a chance here. If he gets a little hit and roll over in front of Stone on the other side is going to force Glenn to play the draw down to it, and an opportunity to. The nice thing about this is that from a Danish point of view is that the forefoot's going to be open no matter what happens here. He's going to be able to get his single point.
Yeah, so the friendly factor, Vic.
Yeah.
Redstone's behind the tee line, 4-foot open. So friendly factor is a high rating now for Denmark. That's a new one.
Let's see that stat coming, the friendly factor.
You should have saved that till tonight.
See? Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. 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 Yeah. Yep. Ah!
Johnny Frederiksen.
No.
Whoa. Ah, whoa. Okay. Here, Johnny.
Let's up the other game that's on the ice on this Sunday morning. Finland-Sweden. We saw Finland steal one. Marco Jussi-Pavlaniemi after Peja Lindholm failed to make the blank. And here, Lindholm is drawing against a couple, and they really are two lousy outside biters. They are just nibbling at the 12, but forcing him to try and catch the paint for a single. There's one on the right.
Yep.
And he'll grab his single point as he grabs the top of the button for a 1-1 tie.
Gotta go. Right up.
Thanks. A little hook, but heavier.
Score 2, give up 1 is always a nice way to go. Little execution errors by Denmark. They had an opportunity to maybe get their 2 points back, but they have to hit the stick here for a single.
And so far for Johnny, he really hasn't had the great spot for the broom because I think they've thrown the rock fairly well and just have had a lot of rocks over curl in these hits where Canada's have gone much straighter.
Knee. Whoa. Yep.
Final stone here in 2.
Whoa. Hvad var parten?
Knee hat.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Wait.
Steal of 1, have a look. It is. Steal of 1 for Canada.
Kom igen. Canadierne lige spille den der.
It would be so easy to sing a song about you.
Shortcuts are so overrated.
It would be so
Edge,
easy.
the new crossover from Ford.
Lucky. Love Tim Hortons donuts.
Oh, those aren't just any donuts. They're the new triple chocolate donuts.
What? But I'm the chocolate king.
Oh, yeah, and they're super chocolatey, too, with the filling and the icing, and there's even more chocolatey drizzle on top of that.
It's irresistibly chocolatey at Tim Hortons with our triple chocolate baked goods.
Always fresh, always Tim Hortons.
The Olympic Winter Games are returning to home ice. Now, the Royal Canadian Mint presents a series of new coins to celebrate our athletes' quest for gold. Winning, though, also takes you, your encouragement and enthusiasm. In fact, without it, their hopes and dreams disappear. Collect our new curling coin from your change, also available at Petro-Canada, or visit an RBC branch today. Collect it and cheer on our Vancouver 2010 athletes.
I'm afraid it's more than a, spring fling. Here they are behind the couch, on the bookcase, right in front of the window. I think it's over.
There's a better way to reduce springtime allergens. Swiffer Dusters. It has thousands of dust-locking fibers to trap and lock springtime allergens that old dusters stir back in the air. It's the cleaner spring cleaner. Same time tomorrow? Swiffer gives spring cleaning a whole new meaning.
In December, the drama will unfold, and most of the stage is already set. The Canadian teams which will represent North America at the Continental Cup have been declared. Team Kelly Scott, Team Glenn Howard, Team Jennifer Jones, Team Randy Furby. What a cast! No wonder it's taking the Europeans so long to announce their teams. Get your tickets now for the Battle at the Hat.
Randy, what do you think of my curling game? Well, Jim, it looks to me like your game needs a little bit of help. But your family of Strauss herbal products are right on the button, like the new economy-size 255 capsule bottle of Strauss products, on sale now at a health product retailer near you.
Yeah, I got needs. Big needs. Nothing that 362 pounds of pure torque can't take care of, though!
I'm Peja Lindholm, the Swedish skip. You're watching Championship Curling on TSN.
And we will see Peja this evening against Canada as the Canadians step on the ice for a third time against the three-time world champion. We'll have the game. Make a note of the time, please. 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 Pacific for Game 3, Canada against Sweden. As we go to the third here at Rexall Place Sunday morning in Edmonton, and it is a 3-0 Canadian lead. Glenn Howard took 2 with the hammer in the first, just stole 1, and so Denmark, playing the Yellowstones, have the hammer here in 3.
Well, if you have any chance at all of being a team the caliber of Glenn Howard and this Canadian team, you cannot make mistakes like that. I mean, it's unfortunate, a chance to hit and stick, wide open hit and stick for a single point, and you roll out. I think he threw a little more weight than he expected, and it ran very straight. I did hear Glenn say in the break that should have curled a little more than it did, and that little extra weight really, as we've been talking about that, how if you step it up at all, we heard them talk about it when they called a shot, a hack weight shot. It runs a little extra weight, will run straight, and that one did. And a big rollout and a big steal, a gift. It was a gift.
Kathy?
Well, it's interesting, Ray, that you talk about the weight, because I watched Johnny Frederiksen yesterday in his game against Sweden, and the entire team threw board weight or less through the entire game. Very controllable weight. And right from the outset in this game, Glenn Howard took the team out of their comfort zone with the way that he played. And not only has it affected the strategy, but it's affected how he's thrown. That's more weight than I've seen him throw in 2 days.
Linda, we saw yesterday, though, even with Finland, that seems to be the tendency. Scandinavian teams, I'll generalize and say Scandinavian teams, would like to play the up weight. Could you question Frederiksen there with the amount of weight, maybe just a quiet tap on that last shot of his?
You definitely could, Vic, but as I mentioned, it doesn't seem to matter what the weight has been in these first 2 ends. Johnny seems to be struggling with the ice reading, and they do throw often and get a little more curl, which is typical of a team that plays on traditionally straight ice. But so far, I just don't feel that Johnny has that great look at the ice and the feel for where to put the broom, which is an awful feeling, by the way, for a skip, not to be confident, because as soon as that confidence goes on ice reading, stepping in the hack to throw that hit is no longer as easy.
There's an intimidation factor to it. Let's be honest. I mean, this team, really, is playing one of the best teams in the world. They know it. They know they can't make mistakes against them to stay in the game. And
hard, real hard, hard. Go hard, hard, go hard, 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 hard.
That's fine. Good.
Okay. Havde vi kunne feje fra start, så havde vi sagtens kunne tage den ned. Det fryser på. Jeg spiller her selv. Okay. Flyt den herned. Og de 75 har spillet før. Ja.
pretty nice crowd for early morning draw. Probably 4,000 or 5,000 people here.
Early morning and only 2 games in play, so not every nation will be supported in the stands. Yeah, great group here.
Canada wasn't on the draw last night, as we've already talked about, the fact they had a bye, and they had 7,500 people here last night, so it's obviously a great sign for the remainder of the week.
Okay, Bo.
The recent European Championships before Christmas were held in Switzerland and Basel, and this is how they wound up. And you can see that Denmark just got into the top 8 to qualify. You win your place.
It's real close.
You win your country's place at the World
need
by
it, though.
that.
Yeah. Right, you saw that Johnny was the one at the Europeans and is here. Not necessarily so, and you did see that in other nations where they have a separate championship to go to the Europeans and a separate one to come to the Worlds. And Vic, those Europeans are huge for these European teams as far as how it ranks up. It's very similar to a World Championship in the prestige that it holds for these teams. There's a lovely shot by Canada.
Yeah, a little down. Way down. Good try, though.
Bring the swing, eh?
Yeah, you should have swung it there.
11.
Very nice. Good weight, good line. Punch the other one out into the open.
Shot!
Bo Jensen.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, whoa. Oh.
Yep. Yep. Meget langsomt, Johnny. Ja! Wow. Yep. Den kommer midt i mændene. Hvor har den været fra starten?
58.
Ja, 56.
You guys see? Better hit it, eh?
Better hit
Pretty
it.
natural double there.
I'm talking about hitting the outside, but because of the way the two Red Rocks are set up, it's not really a natural double. It definitely is a double, but
At this stage, Canada doesn't have to worry and take any chances. Hitting the open one, I think, is the right call. And make Denmark make one of these hits and rolls, and even if they do, there's a red stone in front that can be run back.
Hard. 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 Real hard. Go. Go, 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 go.
Attaboy. Good shot.
Good shot.
Off the back of the stone top 8, and Canada now lying 3 again without.
Skal I hælde den for den der i røven, ikke?
Vil I skubbe de forreste lidt?
Ja.
Herovre.
Ja. Tilhold!
Lars Villand.
God retning.
Tilhold!
God retning. Vent, den kommer nu. Bare ring. God retning. Bo, var klar. Kom på den, Bo. Kom on. Okay.
almost a very good shot. It's wide open, however. Hack weight.
We are too, but Hack still hit it.
Yeah.
See how it runs down here.
Yep. Wow.
Solid.
Wow. Oh.
Little solid.
Whoa. Wow.
Whoa.
A little extra weight.
I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna jam no matter what.
And there is the jam.
Okay.
Okay. It's heavy?
A little bit, not bad though.
It wasn't a lot heavy.
That's
There's too much ice.
Den køler sgu da godt. Så du bare ligger fuldt. Skal du herind? Ja. 80. 85.
As I mentioned, it's a real break for Denmark, but there are 2 red stones in front of that rock. That one getting pushed just out, it appears. So it'll be close. But the key for Denmark is that there are red stones that can be moved onto the yellow. So you can see Johnny trying to look at a way to angle another rock and make the run back tougher for Canada.
Ser god ud. God retning, hvor lang er den? 12. Wow. Wow, vent da. Vent da. Wow. Wow. Køler nu. Wow. Så kører over på den anden side, Johnny. 4. Kommer nu. Wow,
4.
wow.
4. 4. 4.
Wow. Spil, Lars.
Not too bad.
Maybe tap it. Draw top or? What else are you looking at?
I'm just thinking what else to do. Problem is the draw tab, you just can't split it too far and give him an easy double.
Yeah, like
Could go here.
even yeah, then it's still an easy double.
Well, that's jamming though.
Do you like that better? You go right to there, I guess. Then he can't play that.
Is running it silly?
I think so, but you just come to it and just tap it a foot.
Tap
If you,
ours,
even
okay.
if you don't, even if you freeze to it and line it up onto here.
Okay.
Even
like that.
As you say, as long as you don't split it open.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Same as your same as.
He hooked
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Well, this is the very same line as the first stand, right?
Yeah. That's where I was.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
There's a little change for Howard yesterday. If I remember correctly, he was saying that he wasn't going to take the reading off of any of the opponent's throws because they just didn't throw as cleanly as those own people. But there he said he hooked it, so he's obviously looking at something.
Looks a little tight,
Yeah,
right?
you do look, Vic, if there is a big extreme release problem that you saw, because that means that you don't use that information really. You go back to your own team's information. This is a break for Denmark, and they've got Glenn at least playing a very difficult shot. It's makeable, of course, but at least it's bringing him down to a more difficult, more precise shot.
It's a draw tap, and these are the kind of quiet shots that are more difficult. You have to have the perfect weight.
Like to if we can.
Perfect line.
Wow. Like to go. Yep. Wow. Yep. Wow. Yep.
You hear the front end say, we'd like to go. Look at this. Get it far enough. It looks really close. I'll suggest it is red.
I tried to talk to him more. It won't curl. It will not curl.
Thanks, fellas.
That's close.
Yeah, it really is, boy.
You're 2 feet heavier, doesn't it? We hit a quarter of it.
I know.
I think a nose hit will get them both.
Det er ham, der ligger bedst.
You hit the top stone right on the nose. I think you could get that one off. You hit it sideways. We'll take a look at it from another angle.
Er næsten på indersiden. Så prøv at se, om du kan tælle den derovre.
You can see that he just hit the stone, the red stone. You'll get clip the back red one as you go by. You could actually be lying 3 after this shot.
Okay.
Right next door, of course, it's Finland and Sweden as they play in the third, and it is Finland playing the red stones that have the hammer, Kathy.
Well, trying to find a way to get that yellow stone out, Vic. On Markku's first one, he tried to play a gentle tap because that long yellow guard was not in place. Just rubbed off a couple of stones, and so Pia Lindholm tries to prevent the removal of that stone by throwing the guard. Markku looked at options, trying to play the BB off the one way in the wings.
Okay, that we'll watch that, as well as Johnny Frederiksen now with his first.
A nose hit here for Johnny could really set this end up. You could get a couple points, maybe 3.
Okay, Johnny. Defeats.
He just misses. Meanwhile, it is Sweden with a steal of 1. And we'll wait just till it goes up on the board.
So Pia escaped over on the other side, and here,
if you roll
back to
there,
looking at
you can
who might be
They can't
shot
roll that
stone
way.
for Glenn to decide what he might play here.
Well, if you only roll a couple inches, he's got a board waiter for 2 or 3, doesn't he?
Yeah, right.
So either you make the roll, or is it really helping you? He's gonna. If you make the roll, it's the same. Just roll out low.
Yeah, but he can probably, if I knows it, he can probably play.
No, you like lose your shooter. I'm saying we lose our shooter.
Oh, yeah, okay.
If we're not gonna, guard the draw with our rock.
That's not easy to do, though, Rich.
No, it's not. No.
He can slash it, too. Who shot?
Hey, we're not sure. Think yellow.
Doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, where do we go with the shooter, though?
You could just peel it if you want.
That's what we were just saying. If you knows that there's a board waiter for 2 or 3.
Maybe peels the shot, guys.
Roll under, he does the draw for 2. But
Maybe peels the shot. I don't know what else he does over here.
You can make the double if
He doesn't
really
make it
good.
over here.
Is that where then?
You can't make the double, though.
No, he makes the tap for 2. I think we peel it, eh?
They're worried about
No, it's not easy.
where to
Which
leave.
way?
They're going to leave their shooter. because if they put it in the wrong spot, it would set up
I just play the hack
a
waiter and try
potential
and roll
double
over.
for Denmark.
Then you can screw it
for
up,
a
though.
multiple score.
No, I won't go that far.
You go under.
You're worried about what's nose do?
Nose, he can run the yellow. But that's tough, though. Nose is pretty good.
That's for one.
Nose or roll? Nose.
How'd Richie you want to nose it?
Yep.
How'd Richie throw his?
It's good, but a little heavy.
Hack! Yeah, wasn't that heavy.
And just to confirm, it was a steal of 1 for Sweden against Finland. So Lindholm is up 2-1 as they go to the 4th. And Finland, Jussi Pavelniemi will have the hammer.
It's good. Hack! Yep. Yep. Hard! Hard!
Nose hit is fine. You do not want to roll to the outside anywhere and set up the double.
Go! Go!
So roll underneath is good.
No.
And that's where they'll go.
There's a raised double there, a possibility.
Jeg tror, vi ligger. Den tæt.
They were hoping it would roll a little less or a little more. It did roll to a spot they really didn't want.
I had a little hook action.
But I think it was still the right call to try and make that play.
Can't go wide.
A little bit less, it would have been
To me,
perfect.
we roll wide when I'm asking for trouble.
But as we're looking at it, I believe Denmark thinks they are shot rock and are just playing the draw.
And Canadians thought so too, and I think Howard agrees with you.
So a draw for 2 then. If you think you're shot, you don't need to try the raised double takeout.
It's not great, eh? Like, he's got no other choice but to play it either, right?
No, true.
He has to play it. And
I like our
make
odds.
it for 3. So much, Josh.
So he thinks he has 1 in his pocket. And now Johnny Frederiksen will try to grab almost the pin for a 2nd point here in the 3rd.
Well, we saw him make a great draw in our opening. We showed you his draw last night in the 11th again and against Sweden, where he froze one right on the button. So he needs the same kind of shot right here to try and get 2 points.
Hairstall is on the left. That's Bo Jensen on the right. Past the long guard. And now that little bit of extra brushing. Did they misjudge it? And they did. It'll slide too far. And now they'll have a good look. And they might just call for the measure.
That's a good idea. Measure, yeah.
That's too bad about that last throw. What a beautiful throw. Nice weight and just overbrushed.
It's close.
So putting it first on the Canadian stone, trying to get a little reading on that micrometer. The needle to move a bit, and then they'll push it past the Danish stone.
Here we go. Now watch the micrometer. Around it goes. Oh, it looks like it's a steal of 1 for Canada. My goodness. Yeah, exactly.
Get him out of there in case he changes his mind.
Canada up 4-0.
That was close.
There are 2 schools of thought on the new Super Duty. One says it's all about being big. Big engine, big payload. The other says it's all about the little things done right. Power scope mirrors, integrated tailgate step. One thing everyone agrees on. It's one tough truck. The all-new 2008 Ford Super Duty. Built Ford tough.
Hi, Laura. Big accident at home.
Uh-oh. Indoor soccer again?
And Mom's coming over for dinner.
Come on, we'll get you started.
Got an electrical project? Start right at True Value. You know you'll find everything you need for all your do-it-yourself projects, along with the friendly expert advice that you've come to expect.
Now you just have to make dinner.
And keep Ricky outside.
True Value. Start right, start here.
Gotta go make dinner.
Can we get it a little higher, please? Too high.
Oh, come on.
No matter what your day throws at you, you can have a great meal. M&M Meat Chops has hundreds of meal ideas that are delicious, fast, and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
Sponge pockets are super absorbent. And with thousands in every pack of sponge towels, nothing absorbs like it. Sponge pockets are super absorbent. And with thousands in every pack of sponge towels, nothing absorbs like it.
Cosmo readers have discovered a secret to healthy-looking, head-turning hair. Surprise! It's Head & Shoulders shampoo. Because a secret to truly healthy-looking hair is a healthy scalp. Head & Shoulders fights dandruff and contains 6 times the moisturizers. It starts at the scalp to give you smooth, silky hair that's free of visible flakes. No wonder a majority of Cosmo readers surveyed found that Head & Shoulders gave them healthy-looking, head-turning hair. Truly healthy-looking hair starts at the scalp. Fiber has never looked better. All natural Benefiber. A fiber supplement that's tasteless and dissolves completely. It makes taking fiber easier. Benefiber, the latest look in fiber.
No matter what language you speak, no matter where you live, count on the Strauss Herb Company.
Well, on the way into Edmonton from the airport, you have to go through Strathcona. Some wonderful shops and restaurants there. Just a reminder, the top 9 finalists will perform live after being coached by Tony Bennett. Watch American Idol Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on CTV.
Nobody understands that.
Welcome back on this Sunday morning to Rexall Place as we go to the 4th, and it is 4-0. Canada, after that steal, a somewhat surprising steal. You saw Glenn Howard even point at the Danes, and Johnny Frederiksen said, I thought it was you, and they think so too, probably. But it's 4-0. Denmark will have the hammer here in 5 playing Yellowstone.
I think, Vic, if they thought for sure that they were shot rock and they were drawing for 2, otherwise they may have played the run back hit. And had they made it perfectly, it wasn't easy, but if they didn't make it perfectly, they could have scored 3.
I am now, in hindsight, very surprised because obviously it was not as clear as we thought. And I think as far as decision-making goes, that double would have been the right choice. There was not a lot of risk to do much, but either give up the one they already gave up or get the extra points. And then to top it all off, unfortunately, the Brushers took that last one too far because it was thrown very nicely. So now it's a real uphill battle.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, boys.
Top 4, top 8, something like that. Line's pretty good. Gonna move a bit. Line's good. Right here.
It's there.
That's good, that's good. Shots up.
I guess if you look at the bright side for Denmark, 2 ends in a row, they have had rocks in play and they have forced Glenn Howard's team to make some tougher shots, so they'll try again. They've got the corner guard. They have 2 in the house and they're calling a tap back.
Yep. Jeg gør 7-9. Yep. Yep. Yep, forretning. Yep. Yep.
Tager den anden dernede?
Nej.
Det er bare anden, hvis der.
Åh, meget godt.
Er skæv på den? Langer shot. Hit and roll for center.
That's it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Off! Right off.
Oh. It's good to know that's in, otherwise we would have taken one of our own in. There's 3 of them now, eh?
Yeah.
Up pass?
Just struggling with these extra weight shots because it is so straight with the up weight. You cannot be at all outside the broom, and that one was.
Looking for the roll in behind the corner guard. It's way over, but the roll is possible.
Yep. 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 Hard. Hele vejen. Hele vejen. Hard. Hold den. Hele vejen. Hele vejen. Hold den der.
Pepper, eller Bo?
Det er langsomt nok.
306.
Even there. Board.
Yeah.
Wonderful screen and the video display here at Rexall Place,
Hard,
and the
hard.
players, you quite often will see them
Hard!
looking up
Real hard!
at the
Gotta go
situations.
hard! Go hard!
However,
Go,
one
go,
thing
go,
that's
go,
not
go.
broadcast
Keep going. Good scrum, guys.
is the telestrations, and the things that Ray does on the telestrator that for you at home, the players do not see here.
That's actually the best.
Yeah, better than rolling where you want
Yeah,
it.
well, it's hard to get it there. Jeg synes, jeg skifter rundt i taktikken.
Just going to freeze to this.
God retning. Hey. Yep. Yep. Retning. Hold op retning. Yep.
It's just a real struggle, and it's amazing how many times you can go to the ice and it feels so clear as to what's happening as far as skipping goes. And even for draw weight, it feels so clear as to how hard to kick from the hack. And other days, it is just a real chore to figure those things out. That's what's happening to Denmark right now.
Kathy?
And it is a struggle, as you say, Linda, but one of the teams that is most comfortable with this ice should be Johnny Frederiksen's team. Their ice maker is Jürgen Larsson. He's the one that does the ice for the Europeans, who put the ice in for their Danish playdowns. He's worked with Dave Merklinger in the past, and one of the things that Johnny thought would be to his advantage today was that the ice conditions are something that he's very comfortable with. But as you say, it's just been one of those days where nothing's
A lot of room still.
Right to it.
Got to curl.
Right to it.
Got to curl a ton.
Bouncing, actually.
Let it go. Oh, it's grabbing. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. It's grabbing good. Ooh, that came up nice.
Lucky. Fine intervention again.
Buddy was dancing behind the boards there.
Minus kopten bagerste.
Ja, bedre lige runbacken, eller hvad? Nå,
Får du ikke noget af?
Hvad?
Får du ikke noget af?
Det er jo helt lukket, så rammer rigtigt, altså.
Well, you heard them comment on the late movement, and that they felt they got pretty fortunate there. Just started to dig in, and the finish is late, as I mentioned in reading the ice segment, but that one really went sideways, Linda.
And a fortunate sideways, because this is a very tough shot now, having to make a play on 2 rocks on the button.
Okay.
Helt til center for.
Var på den der. Kom on. Kom on. Selv Lars.
You like the guard at all?
Yeah, it's fine.
Huh?
It's fine. Sure. Just tight. I'm sure we take enough. Yeah, I know.
And this is the luxury of the position of the rocks in the house and the lead for Canada. The rocks are in a good spot for yellow to be raised onto red. All you do, though, have to do is protect the one, because otherwise there is a redstone top 12 blocking other types of shots.
Higher. Line's good.
Canada already sitting.
Line's good.
Another one in the rings that outcounts their back yellow. So this is a good spot for Richard to play a guard.
Got to curl a bit.
Gotta
Line's
curl.
good.
Yep. 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 Hard. Hard. Go hard. Gotta go. Gotta go. Go, 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 go. Keep going. Go, 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 go. Hard, 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 hard.
Atta boy. Good job, Rich.
Good job, guys. Is that good?
No, there's a hole there for sure.
God. I thought I was playing. I didn't know that I had enough ice for it. So I didn't get out in the weeds until it did. It's going to warp. Good throw.
Nej, ikke indenfor. Udenfor.
Go indenfor.
Ja. Ja. What's going on, man? Ja, det skal udebra, hvis I ser dem her. Hej her.
There is a hole there. It's a very small one. But if you ever happen to get through it, you can go bang bang too and come forward.
I don't either.
Tæt på, siger der. Ja, men der er masser af plads udefra til den. Ja, you want to nose it?
Well, I could nose it, but...
Only 3. Yeah.
You know what I could do is come down and bump it 6 inches.
Doubles.
Whatever the nose.
Like, jamming, he's got too many in there. Think that better?
You like... problem is if this won't drag. As long as it doesn't drag and take it. Shouldn't. I think I like that better.
Just freeze, or do you need to, you want it right on the nose,
right
tap
on the nose,
at 6
tap
inches?
at 6 inches, or freeze is fine too.
Okay.
I gave you there.
Yeah, way too much. What do you think, Lenny? You got a better feel for it than I do. Straw, weight's good, eh?
Yeah. I'm thinking
So on the flip side, I talk about Denmark and how Johnny doesn't really seem to have the feel.
Yeah,
Glenn
final
Howard
freeze isn't bad
has
either.
ended up with the feel at this event. Wonderful. You look at every shot out of 4, 22 shots so far, only 2 points deducted on Glenn Howard's throws. He's just had the feel. He's put the broom down well. Everything has worked for him.
Well, you heard them discuss a number of things. They were thinking of guarding it. They're thinking of hitting on the nose to lie 3 at one point. I think now what they're just doing is tapping it back about 6, 7 inches, hoping to get a little bit of drag so it doesn't line it up in any fashion.
Hard line.
Get the separation.
Yep. Gotta go. Yep.
Hard line.
Gotta go. Gotta go. Go.
Need it for weight.
Whoa.
Whoa, if you can.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Makes a little bit.
Whoa. Yep.
Hard, Rich. Shot. Good.
Pretty good.
Shot. Hey, shot,
And that's straight.
Rent irriterende.
Vi bliver nødt til at rejse den lidt nedad, ja.
Så fik han lige nøjagtigt vinklet den fri.
Har du spillet dobblen der? Hvor du får triplen? Prøv at spille den.
Alle 3. Så får han bare den der lige på.
Ja, ja.
Men nu kan han sætte en dobbelt op. Men du skal få alle de 3 andre til at gå. Den skal helt herned jo og tage alle 3.
As we look at the game between Finland and Sweden, and there's a red stone right in the middle of that yellow field, and that belongs to Finland and Marko-Jussi Pavliniemi. So here's his final draw in 4, needing a good piece of the button for a second point. Timo Salo, Kalle Kiskinen are the brushers. And it won't curl enough. A little heavy as well. He'll settle for the single. They're 2-2 going to 5.
Marco struggled with draw weight last night against Team Canada, and it looks like he's struggling a bit today with it as well. That was an opportunity for 2 points. It was a tough draw, but it was certainly there, a shot that he normally would make, I think. And what we've seen in the past, he's always had a good touch as well having the ability to throw the big weight.
Den skal skubbe den anden, den skal skubbe den
I tell you, this is a very tough shot, Linda. They're going to try and get I guess they're
Så skal den ikke
trying to get across the face a little bit and just push the Yellowstone up.
They did have a moment to look at the potential double Redstone top 12 onto shot stone. And in some ways, some other combination might not be bad on this first skips rock for Johnny, because this isn't going to leave a lot. You have to be careful how you line the rocks back up when you're finished.
You hit it just a touch off center on the outside, you'll get a little movement of the Yellowstone towards the red one. They're not frozen. The rocks are not frozen, however.
Vigtigt! Vigtigt! Yep! Meget vigtigt, dreng! Ja! Ja! Ja!
Little bump up, and Canada still lying one without. Now, we showed you Marko Jussi-Pavolniemi getting his one, and he's smiling. I don't know if they do have April Fool's Day in Finland, but watch this, Kathy. He had some problems with the guards, didn't he?
Well, he did, and what happened is earlier he fell on it, and that's the same rock that earlier in the end he also tripped.
Now watch, there's now another time. I mean, that's one he goes over, he trips it again, and then he eventually says, you know what, I don't want it here, I'm going to put it there. I'm not going to trip over it again.
Or you got a pretty safe one right now.
What?
I'm not sure the only way for him to score is probably make this double.
You want to try this?
Nose the red.
I could nose the red instead of bunch.
Is it worth it? Can anything go wrong?
Not a lot can go wrong.
Regular? I kind of like it.
Tick the yellow. I tick the yellow. What's that do?
Regular
Still makes
or?
it, as long as you don't hit it
Okay.
there.
Regular or
Regular.
forward or?
Just regular. A little more.
You like it?
Yep.
Like the red rock back onto the yellow.
Hits the red, he's got it.
Now here's the confidence factor, because you could guard the double takeout I mentioned earlier, top 12 red onto shot stone. And then I don't know what Denmark would have, but they'd have a very difficult shot anyways. But here's the confidence. Force Johnny to look at a bundle by coming through this little hole and making contact on the red.
Den også lidt.
When you're up 4-0 in a game and complete control, that somehow you just hate throwing guards.
You do.
Final stone for Canada and Glenn Howard here in this fourth. Denmark does have the hammer.
Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Through the hole, got it, run it back, and look at that. Now count them up. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it will be Denmark and Frederiksen facing 4 Canadian stones with his last one.
Are you eating?
Probably an easy
It was one of those where it was clear from release, it was close, just on and off the brushes.
It's 2 for us.
And there's the bundle.
It's a tough shot. No. Johnny Frederiksen's got to play a raised double to score his single.
Far kommer du med? 8, eller hvad? Den snitter kommer kun til at tage den anden.
Jeg skal en halv på, eller noget?
He's got to try and get rid of these 2 rocks right there to score this yellow single.
Yeah, that yellow can't afford to roll much either. It has to sit right there, doesn't it?
It does.
He knows. They are full of confidence, and they know they've got the Danes in some trouble here. Final stone in the fourth, facing 4.
Yep!
Hairstall. Jensen, hard on the brush now, trying to angle that yellow stone back, kill them both. Angle it back, the jam, and where did it roll to? Will it sit in time? Oh, it looks like it has.
That's a fine shot. That's a fine shot. Awesome shot.
And the crowd here at Rexall Place appreciating the nice shot by Johnny Frederiksen. That Yellowstone couldn't afford to roll too much more. As Denmark picks up their first point, it's 4-1 Canada. Let's meet these two teams. And throwing lead zones for Canada, Craig Saville. For Denmark, it's Kenneth Herstad. The seconds are Brent Lang and Bo Jensen. Throwing third stones, Richard Hart and Lars Villand. And the skips for Canada are the Coldwater and District Curling Club, Glenn Howard. And from Denmark and Vidovra, Johnny Frederiksen.
Inspiration. Where does it come from? Is it conviction? The things you can't compromise on? Is it anticipation? Knowing where to be? Wherever it is, find your inspiration, and you'll find greatness.
The Olympic Winter Games are returning to home ice. Now, the Royal Canadian Mint presents a series of new coins to celebrate our athletes' quest for gold. Winning, though, also takes you, your encouragement and enthusiasm. In fact, without it, their hopes and dreams disappear. Collect our new curling coin from your change, also available at Petro-Canada, or visit an RBC branch today. Collect it and cheer on our Vancouver 2010 athletes.
For centuries, the Strauss family harvested herbs throughout Europe. Practicing herbalists, they've been handing their recipes and processes down through the generations. Seventh-generation herbalist Jim Strauss learned the craft at his grandmother's side, gathering and tasting herbs from the time he could walk. Today, the tradition continues with Jim's son, Peter. The Strauss Herb Company has over 50 unique herbal products available across Canada and around the world.
Imagine a breeze that can make you feel beautiful. Introducing Venus Breeze, the only razor with built-in shave gel bars. Experience how it effortlessly glides, releasing a light lather, so there's no need for shave cream. Discover how Venus Breeze flexes to closely fit your curves, leaving skin silky smooth. Now every woman can breeze through her day, feeling beautiful. New Venus Breeze. Reveal the goddess in you.
You must study harder, not just hockey all the time. Ming Ming Ba.
Come on, Tommy! Dad, what are you doing here?
See, Tommy. Double.
Thanks. He's good.
Better than you.
How would you know?
I come watch.
Okay, what team did I play for?
You right wing.
Thanks for coming, Dad.
Give me my picture back.
Rexall Place and day 2 of the Ford World Men's Curling Championship. Welcome back, everyone. Denmark get their first point in the 4th on a very nice double, and the shooter sitting in time for Johnny Frederiksen. So for the first time since the first end, Canada and Glenn Howard playing the Redstones will have the hammer.
Tough way to get a single, isn't it? Have to raise double takeout, and you have to stick. And almost rolled too far. It was a wonderful shot.
In truth, the guard that Glenn could have played in the last day might have made the shot even harder, but the pressure of facing 4 and having to make a double against that 4 and not having to roll, all those things combined made the last one very, very tough for Denmark. So here's a chance for Glenn to, with the hammer, set something up.
Nice angle freeze. That's what you want.
Spil again. tap.
Freeze it in there again. Just move it a little bit.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
How heavy?
Tap.
How much?
Little tap, not bad.
Whoa. Whoa.
T-line.
Whoa. Getting better. Yep. Yep.
T-line.
Yep. 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 Gotta go hard. Hard. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Want to move the ribbon far enough. Good shot.
Denmark do know how to steal against Sweden in their first round match. In the fifth end, Johnny stole 2. In a very similar way he won the game. He made some very nice come-arounds on a center guard. So they definitely know how to set up those center rocks and make some nice plays around them.
And we go back to what Kathy said in that first end. This is a time now when the Danes may start feeling a little bit more comfortable with the game.
You have the good line on that double, Vic, too, that last end. I was talking about how up to that point, it looked like Johnny and the rest of the team were struggling with the weight and where to put the broom. They really lined that last one up well, and that gives you a lot of confidence.
Push, Babel. Kommer nu.
Nej, for den kommer ikke.
Skubber ikke så langt, Johnny.
Den kommer i den anden. Jeg er nødt til at prøve at holde den op på den forreste. Ikke holde den forbi. God fart på.
Try and get low.
I think so.
Get what?
Get low.
Whoa,
Or that.
Hate that. I hate that.
Glenn first indicated let's play the double, but the boys like the hit and roll. I do too. That double is very risky.
Board.
Yeah, there's confidence, and there's you don't need to play it. The last end, Glenn Howard chose a shot because he was confident, and there was very little risk in playing it. This one, this is the smart call.
Yep. Whoa. 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 Yep. Yep. Hard. Real hard, real hard, real hard. Gotta hit the yellow first. Should be good. Okay, good.
Great for shooting right now. I freeze that yellow.
That's a nice shot.
Frys på den bagerste. Ja, men frys på den bagerste.
Ja. Ellers skal du lade den.
Er det en mulighed?
Canadian stone is open, so an angle freeze has been called.
Vente lidt. Vente.
Åh, 4.
Wow.
Nej.
Wow.
God retning.
Wow. Kommer nu på retning. Wow. Spillebog.
We do have a good angle on that other red if we ever have a chance.
Peel the guard?
Yeah.
And he tap freezes.
Gets any of this?
No.
Oh, a little bit.
Better get him to do it, though. What is it?
Pick one. Peel any good? No? Okay.
Not bad.
Pick and hope he misses?
I like this. Open her up.
I like this call, too.
Yeah, okay. I just took the word. I like this, too.
There's no need to go after the one in the house. Definitely the problem at the moment is the fact that you can't get at the red ones at the top of the house. Everything's protected.
And you're leading 4-1, and you got shot rock. You have to make them make a move, and if they do make a move for the one on the button, then you're going to have something for sure, some kind of double.
Yeah, you start blasting after that.
The double raise double is there. The rocks are lined up red under red.
Spørgsmål, du skal spille 10.
The yellow, which will get rid of both yellow.
Så sidder med 3.
Hvad siger I, dreng? Ja. Kigger det ikke med 3.
Spil her.
Yep. 10. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Ja.
Yep. Hard. Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Lars Villant.
Whoa.
Good looking shot.
And will sit to lie 3 without Denmark here in 5.
Not really hard, though.
Try to keep all 3 in the house, eh?
You can't afford to hit it too much this way, though, eh?
Yeah, how about just a board waiter and try to hit a half?
This way?
Yeah. I don't know, is that any good
That's
or no?
pretty good. You might need a little more than that, though.
A little more than board, yeah.
You just don't want to do that, eh?
Okay. What do you want then?
Okay.
They want to keep the 3 red
Solid
rocks
board.
in the rings.
Number?
Red onto yellow.
5.
Rich, solid board.
Okay.
Hitting it on the broom side.
Yeah.
Trying to get a little bit of angles and rolling the rocks around a bit. Then you'll make Denmark think as well as to what to do next. A lot of red stones in the house.
And the other thing it does then is get that 4-foot area open.
Whoa, whoa!
Wait, it's okay. Wait,
right off.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
No.
No roll.
You have to go on that yellow.
No.
Hard, Glenny.
Whoa, Craig, whoa.
Now they will all stay around.
Right.
They wanted that to curl a little more, Vic.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
It got the 4-foot open.
It's quite key that the red stone is second shot. This is what I mentioned, that Denmark will start to think about how to protect the situation.
He's down 4-1 here. He could certainly guard.
Ja. Så tager vi sgu lige noget, du.
God retning. Wow. En tæt. Vente.
Ja, tæt.
Wow. Wow.
Tæt.
Sagtens tåler køl.
Tæt 12.
Sagtens tåler køl.
Tæt 12.
Kommer til sidst. Hold den i gang. Hold den i gang. Hold den i gang.
En.
Yep. Wow. Yep. Yeah! Whoa! Spil, Lars.
Very nice shot.
Get one of them, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
If you get lucky.
You could also run the guard into one of those yellows.
You could get lucky.
It's not bad.
Get them both. Called both.
All right.
It's close. Yeah, I know. Call it.
You guys like that better?
Yeah, I think so.
Is the double there?
Half or thin half?
Is he looking at that double?
They're looking at an angle, Vic, of the guard onto the one in the other yellow one in the house. Okay. Trying to get rid of the guard and maybe rattle some others around. Again, it's more of the red stones that are starting to be in counting positions, the more Denmark has to think.
And remember now, Canada playing red stones does have the hammer here in the 5th.
Whoa. Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Spin, baby.
Look at that.
Good shot.
Angles it back. Gets the stone off the 8-foot.
Well, it's certainly a multi-purpose shot. It gets rid of a rock in the rings. He gets the 4-foot wide open.
Shot, Rich.
It's a lovely shot. That's what they talked about.
They actually thought they might rattle both of the
of
other yellows. Look, there's a little too thick on that one, so it doesn't touch that other yellow one in the back of the house. Very close to being an amazing shot.
Why would you change the shot? That's different.
Yeah, right. I think that same guard's pretty good.
Yeah, but this is the difference in the confidence that Denmark has in playing the guard. There are now 3 reds in the house and only 2 yellows. And that's why it's such a big shot for Canada.
Hvad vil du have, 9 eller hvad? Vil du have 10?
10.
Eller 9?
Godt spille 10 her.
You heard what the boys were talking about, Richard and Glenn, and why would you change the shot? You're down 4-1. You're trying very desperately to count the Yellowstone, and so maybe a guard of some nature like that would be, aggressive play for yourself. I think, Linda, I'm not positive, but he is playing the double off of this one.
I believe he is.
Onto this stone here.
Well, we heard that yesterday too about Finland's play, how sometimes Canadians are surprised by the strategy of others.
This is not as much a surprise about what Denmark or Finland would play. This becomes the fact that Glenn has generated extra rocks in the house and started to remove yellows. This is fairly typical of a lot of teams, Vic, that don't have the confidence in placing the guards. They just don't feel they can leave these red rocks around. The scoreboard, however, dictates, in my opinion, that Johnny has to take some chances.
Yeah, I agree. In my opinion, you should be playing the same rock, the same guard.
Johnny Frederiksen in his first.
Raise?
Take a next one.
Wow. I know it's not great,
next
but
it's not other
gotta
than
get
this.
shot.
I could hit that, roll over here.
And he guards it.
Yeah, I know.
So.
Could
You
do
roll to
both.
there,
You
then he
could-
can't guard them both.
It just sounds silly, but you could do both.
What?
Hit it right there. That
Yeah,
takes
feather
that,
the
and that
yellow
goes out.
first.
That might, my shooter spins out.
Yeah. You could roll to there too, and then you can't guard everything.
Live look at Finland and Sweden
got
as
two
they
right.
play the fifth in a
They'll probably play
2-2
the double,
tie,
right?
and you can
Let's play
see
raise.
the
If I
the
take the
Finns
yellow doesn't
are
cross.
lying 2,
Board or-
one top
No,
8,
normal.
one top 4, and they are
Okay.
covered.
Turn.
They are lined up perfectly, so it's a wide draw now
Like the
for Pia Lindholm against a couple.
How much weight?
Normal.
And Sweden has spent a lot of time in this end bailing out. The rocks in the house got in early, guards were placed, and Sweden could not make any double peels, Vic, and that left a very bad situation now for Pia.
G.Howard in his first.
Måste tee bara. Måste tee bara. Nej, 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 nej.
Whoa, whoa. Yeah, whoa, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yep.
You saw Lindholm's stone wouldn't catch enough of the 4. Steal of 1 for Finland. They go to the break leading 3-2.
He had perfect weight, Vic, but it just wouldn't curl.
Meget fedt at have den, men altså. Det blev lidt for
I
fokuseret
think
på.
both sheets are experiencing a little bit of different things in the ice surfaces.
Det er så meget godt, Lars.
Sliding well, but just
Bare
doing
holde sig inden for 8 bedre end den der.
running a little straight when you think it's going to break a bit.
Ja, det har været godt. Så han er ikke langt fra at lave den nu. Lige snit den længere ud den uge.
The hit and stick.
Skal du rulle, eller?
Ja, vi skal bare sørge for at blive siddende i 8 minutter.
Force Canada to play a shot against 3.
Skal du 10?
Ja. Lille vip måske. Foran.
Just hit that a little bit on the outside. Lie 3.
Chile.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Chile.
Yep. 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 Vigtigt. 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 Wow. Ja. Ja. Ja.
Another big scrub from Hairstall and Jensen.
Hold der, hold der, hold der.
Avoid the jam. Little kiss. They'll kill the one at the black, but they are lying 2.
Yeah, they had to sweep that all the way. They just got on it for a second and it broke a wee bit. Not a bad shot, though.
Board.
Okay.
Hit for a single.
But if we go back in this end to what Glenn had decided to play earlier, he knew that if he played those early peels, he may be faced with some open shots in the house. But that is, of course, the preferred position rather than facing a guarded rock of any nature. It's an open hit. And Johnny has to hope for a big mistake in order to steal.
Final stone here in 5.
Clean.
Yep, it's good.
Yep.
Saville and Lang on the brush.
Right up. Gotta go. Hard. Hard. Right up.
Nice
And
brushing.
there it is to sit top 4
Yeah.
for the single point. They'll go to the break, and Canada leads it, trying to win their 2nd in a row on the 2nd day of the Ford Worlds.
The 2007 Ford World Men's Curling Championship on TSN is brought to you by Ford, built for life in Canada.
It would be so easy to sing a song about you.
Shortcuts are so overrated.
It would be so
Edge,
easy.
the new crossover from Ford.
Lucky. Love Tim Hortons donuts.
Oh, those aren't just any donuts. They're the new triple chocolate donuts.
What? But I'm the chocolate king.
Oh, yeah, and they're super chocolatey, too, with the filling and the icing, and there's even more chocolatey drizzle on top of that.
It's irresistibly chocolatey at Tim Hortons with our triple chocolate baked goods.
Always fresh, always Tim Hortons.
Purex is softer and thicker than ever.
Sweetie, can I have the... Okay.
Softness the whole family will love. Purex, now softer and thicker.
The Olympic Winter Games are returning to home ice. Now, the Royal Canadian Mint presents a series of new coins to celebrate our athletes' quest for gold. Winning, though, also takes you, your encouragement and enthusiasm. In fact, without it, their hopes and dreams disappear. Collect our new curling coin from your change, also available at Petro-Canada, or visit an RBC branch today. Collect it and cheer on our Vancouver 2010 athletes.
Gotta go make dinner.
Can anyone stay late to work on this? Oh, Maria. Thanks for volunteering. If you could just highlight all the typos.
Oh, it's Julie. Actually,
No matter what your day throws at you, you can have a great meal. M&M Meat Shops has hundreds of meal ideas that are delicious, fast, and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
Regular toothbrushes can't stand up to it. Oral-B Triumph. Triumph is the first brush with an onboard computer and floss action brush head to power clean between teeth. It helps fight gingivitis, and it helps give you healthy-looking teeth and gums by your next checkup. Get a smile you can feel triumphant about. Oral-B Triumph. Brush like a dentist.
The statue is called Lunch Break, and that's where we are in the fifth end break. Canada with a 5-1 lead over Denmark. Also being played this week here in Edmonton at the Thistle Curling Club, the Canadian seniors, and this is the Scottish skip, Keith Prentice, going against Canada's Al Hackner, two-time Canadian, two-time world champion in the 8th. And you can see there, Ray, Canada had one absolutely locked.
Yeah, I watched this shot. I was over there to watch it yesterday, and really Al Hackner had took a rock off the 12th foot that would have been an in-off, and he really did not think this rock was here. The rock in the button from the angle we're at, it may not show it as clear as it really was. It was totally covered, totally buried, and they brushed it all the way. I thought he was on the front one. It kind of makes a move after, catches enough to move it off the button, the pin, and there's the win, the Canadian champion, the World Championship.
World Championship. It was an emotional win for Prentice, who had lost his mother just about a week or so ago. For Hackner and Rick Lang and Alan Lane, Brian Adams, is coached by Arnold Asham. Meanwhile, the Canadian women, the 4-time Canadian senior champion Ann Dunn, loses to Sweden and Ingrid Meldal. They pick up the silver. Dunn, along with Lindy Marchuk, Gloria Campbell, Carol Thompson. So congratulations to both Canadian teams as they pick up silver medals. We're in the fifth end break, and Canada leads at 5-1 over Denmark here in Edmonton.
Hi, Bob. Big mess at home. Uh-oh. Looks like you need a new kitchen faucet. Come on.
Let's get you started.
Got a plumbing project? Before a small problem bursts into a large one, start right at True Value. You know you'll always find friendly expert advice for all your do-it-yourself projects. Look for energy-efficient electric or gas water heaters from GSW. Skills miter saw with a Smart Cut system, $189.99.
Thanks again for all the help. Hey, don't forget your towel.
True Value. Start right. Start here.
Hurry! 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 Come on! Hurry hard! Hurry!
It's the Legends of Rock, the 2008 Tim Hortons Brier at the MTS Center, with weekend mini packs now on sale.
There's no place like Winnipeg and the Legends of Rock.
Tickets at Ticketmaster.
Gotta go make dinner.
No matter what your day throws at you, you can have a great meal. M&M Meat Shops has hundreds of meal ideas that are delicious, fast, and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day.
When you've got natural shine, you can't help but feel good. New Head & Shoulders Restoring Shine with natural extracts. It relieves the itch associated with dandruff and cleanses your scalp, restoring natural shine, leaving you radiant no matter what. New Head & Shoulders Restoring Shine.
Never stop enjoying life. Strauss Herb Company, bringing science and tradition together for a brighter future.
The latest look in fiber is showing up everywhere. All natural Benefiber, a fiber supplement that's tasteless and dissolves completely, so you can put it in whatever foods you fancy, even water. Benefiber, the latest look in fiber.
Canada opened with a deuce, then stole a couple, picked up a single in 5, and so they lead 5-1. And Glenn Howard's with Kathy.
Glenn, you seem to have taken the Danes right out of their comfort zone right off the top. Was that your plan in terms of your team or the Danes?
A little bit of both, I think. We wanted to come out and get aggressive right off the bat, and you know, we figure we're a very aggressive team, and we like our style, thinking that maybe it'll throw them off a bit. And I think it did right off the bat. A nice deuce in the first end, and then fortunate steal in the second. He got, you know, I guess it just hit and rolled out, so that was a little fortunate. And again in the third. But that being said, we're pretty solid, and we're staying aggressive.
You told me about the mental toughness at the Brier, those really, really tight games. 2 games in 2 days, you're comfortably ahead. How does that help you with the week?
I'm totally okay with that. If that goes on all week, I'm totally okay with it. So, yeah, again, it's just a matter of us playing well, and we're pretty solid so far in both the start of the first 2 games, and if we can keep that play up, I like our chances.
Good luck.
Thanks, Kath.
It's time to check the numbers after 5, brought to you by Tim Hortons Triple Chocolate Baked Goods, irresistibly chocolatey.
Well, tactically, it's a perfect approach for Canada. Get an early deuce. Remember, we've had stats in the past of how often you win with that early deuce. They do that, and then they support the rest of the game with great numbers, 91%. We saw Glenn 100% so far. It is just a superb performance so far for Canada.
So as we begin play here in the 6th, 5-1, Canada leading at Rexall Place. Canada's first stone comes to the 8-foot, up goes the corner. Denmark playing the Yellowstones with the hammer.
We had Brian Cassidy, our statistician, do that research a couple years ago at the Nationals, where he investigated how many times you won When you scored the deuce in the first, first end, and it was 70% of the time you were the victor if that situation arose. Now, it happens for a lot of reasons. Of course, it's points on the scoreboard, but it's early to start counting those early points. It brings confidence to your team when you score that early deuce. It does take the opponent a little bit out of what they might be thinking of doing earlier in the game. So it is an important approach, and Glenn has shown in both of our first 2 games. He got an early deuce yesterday and got the deuce today.
Yeah, UC Pavelnami hit and stuck in the first end yesterday, and then Glenn went to work, got a great roll out of Brent, and set up exchange stones the rest of the way, and got 2 in the second end. It did, and it does set a tone. Now he'll play very aggressive, even without the last rock. Sometimes he'll play very aggressive in the first few ends.
So now it's up to Denmark to find a way to get some points back, and we have seen from Johnny Frederiksen a good approach, guards and tap backs, and that's the way to try and get those points back.
Sit the one in the house.
And here is Brent Lang, as Ray mentioned, a terrific hit and roll. They got the Canadians started against Finland.
Good shot.
It just shows what the early lead does, though. People are staring at that Yellowstone, I'm sure, second shot in the 4-foot and saying, why wouldn't you go after that? The dangerous stones early in the end for Canada at this stage with the lead are the guards, and they'll just keep ripping them off. Denmark then has to think about generating points within a smaller area in the house, and they may, if they're not careful, Denmark set up a double or some sort of run back onto those stones.
No smalt. Hold rent.
Langt. Wow. Her selvberetning.
Hvor skal have?
Slet ikke have. Yep. Langt. Yep. Wow. 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 Yep. Okay.
But this is the more difficult way to generate points, no?
Guards are certainly a great way to do it, Vic. As soon as you get behind cover, you can, if there's a mistake made on the front one, you can even get more behind cover, as we saw in the Finland-Sweden game. But in the house, with the ability of these teams to make the angles and the run-backs and the doubles, it's harder to generate the 2 points.
Whoa! Yeah, a more aggressive call there, Vic. Definitely would have been a rock out in front of the rings. Forcing Glenn to play a peel.
That's good. That's fine.
As you move down the game a little bit, you can play into the rings a bit.
Good job, Brent.
With your leads in seconds, it's the front stones that really do generate some offense for you. That's why they appeal them.
And while they're very good at the peeling game, you can maybe get that mistake.
I did see one earlier in the game. Brent didn't completely stick, but he stayed somewhere out front, and the stone was usable, and that's the kind of stone you need.
Wow, Ken. Så flyt på os lidt, hvis der.
This is a nice touch from Denmark. We're not trying to take away from what they're doing here. They are leaving rocks around. They are not playing hits. They are playing tapbacks, trying to set up a possibility for Canada to make a jam. That one rolled a little too far.
Just normal. Wow. Pause. Yep. Whoa. 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 Just normal. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gee. It's all, Rich.
Wanted a little roll. Didn't get it.
Bachi.
Yep.
10,5. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. 10,5. Whoa. Whoa. 10,5. Whoa. Whoa.
Meget tyndt.
Double? See what happens?
Sure.
Not great, eh?
Try it?
Jam, double jam. Is a double jam there? No.
No. Might jam there, but
All right, as long as there's no double jam, I think we give it a run.
Playing the double. Big weight. Should run right down the center. You can see where the brush is being held right on the center line. Coming right out the center.
whoa, 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 whoa. Yep. Hard.
Now, if you think back earlier in this game, we saw that in that spot.
Just jumped.
Center line is straight. As soon as it moves at all off center line, it curls. It's almost like it's coming off a little hill.
Yeah.
It's just curl, and you have to be prepared for that.
Now, would a real good brush have saved that a little bit, you think, or not?
Could have got it earlier, but he threw right up, and as soon as it got to the center line, he just moved a little bit on him.
Yep. Really?
That's one that, as you suggest, if you jumped it quick, you might have just held it there.
Yep. Yep.
Then it runs straight on you. You don't.
You look pretty foolish that way. There are options to play the other turn, but they have found the other turn so straight. Crossing it then makes it tough.
Yeah, this is just over a little bit from that little raise you played, eh?
Yeah.
It curled a little bit.
Curled
That
up,
was regular, though.
normal, though.
Feel.
Hard
Feel.
to get to here, boys.
Double is there.
Quarter rock peel.
Okay.
Now, that stone at the back edge of the 12, is that of any concern?
That could be a jam. Depends on how you hit this, come across on
Little
this
last, Rich.
Skip stones here in 6, and it is Glenn Howard.
Real hard.
Hard!
Oh, whoa.
They knew right out of his hand. You can see them jump on it. He just got it started. He knows.
Sorry, guys.
And for somebody that has been playing at 100% clip, that's a glaring first mistake.
And there's a great chance here now. You get the yellow onto red and move the shooter to the side. You could end up scoring 2 or 3 here.
Det er hun 5% ned den der.
Bare 10 der. Du sætter dem der. På den her vinkel, Lars.
Play the hit on this, and the key, of course, is this will go. And try to hold your shooter over here someplace, so you'd have the 3 stones spread out a little bit. There's always going to be some kind of double, but the possibility of picking up a couple, maybe 3 if you get another mistake.
Just back to the last shot for a moment for Glenn. It was one of those where you've had him playing 100% in this game and 98 overall. Glenn could have hit the open one. He could have not worried about the one that was in the situation over where there were more red stones, but he was just so confident in making the double, he went after it. And that one little miss, now a good chance for Johnny.
This is an opportunity. This is what you must make this here. A chance to get a deuce, maybe 3 if you get lucky. If they don't make the double behind you.
Yep. Yep.
You have last rock.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep.
You want to try and get them spread out a bit.
You roll it over, and it'll sit right there. Let's quickly go to Finland and Sweden as they play in the 6th. And you remember Finland stole the 1 in 5 after that last rock of Pia Lindholm just didn't curl. And Sweden's got something going now, don't they, Kathy?
Well, he does. He has a chance for 2, and there have been 4 attempts at making a hit and roll on the stone that Pia is shooting at. Unfortunately for Markku and his team, not able to make the roll, and that allows this wide open hit for a deuce.
And that will give Sweden the deuce, and they'll take a 4-3 lead. Remember, both these teams losing their openers yesterday. What's he playing here?
Double.
Yep. Can he get all three? Is it possible?
I'm just taking a look at it. They can touch the back of the other one. I think it's there.
Off it, move it far enough. And now where does the shooter sit? Well, it'll probably be for a couple here, won't it?
Shot, Glenn.
Just play.
Good throw.
Thanks.
This is one of those where you really don't want to overthink it. As I mentioned, they didn't play the open one on Glenn's first. You want to make sure you get the double. Don't complicate it too much by worrying about the third one. Got the little rub.
The angle was kind of, as I mentioned, the back of the third one, Vic. So it was certainly, you could certainly get it. You got it moving, but.
Show the chance for a couple. Straight draw.
Is he playing the hit?
He's playing the hit. It must be the Canadian stone that is shot rock.
Canada's
no
shot
kidding.
Rock.
Okay. That was close again. I was going to concede it to Denmark there.
G. Yep. G. Yep. Make it. Yep. Good.
Johnny Frederiksen. And a chance for two.
Yep.
Well thrown.
Now there's no doubt. 2 for Denmark here in 6. And he's getting more comfortable.
The 2007 Ford World Men's Curling Championship on TSN is brought to you by Strauss Herb Company. Trust the tradition. By M&M Meat Shops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle. And by Tim Hortons Triple Chocolate Baked Goods. It's irresistibly chocolatey.
You're my place to know. You're my place to go. You're my place to see. You're my place to be. There's nothing in this world. There's nothing like you. There's no place like this where I've been. There's no dream like this that I've seen. And there's no home like this. No other place like this for me.
You paid for 300 horses. Are you sure you're getting all of them? Choose Q from Quaker State. Q's patented heat-activated formula fights power-robbing friction better than any conventional oil to help maximize power. And let all your horses come out. Q from Quaker State. Unleash all your horses.
Why spend all day making gourmet potatoes? McCain oven roasts. Lightly seasoned roast potatoes, ready in no time. It's gourmet, the easy way.
I used to believe thunder was caused by angels going bowling.
I used to believe you should only have French fries once in a while. We sure believed some crazy things.
McCain Super Fries with 0 trans fat. Believe in fries again.
When dry hair needs help, it's Aussie to the rescue. Aussie's moist collection quenches thirsty hair, replenishing moisture for a natural glistening glow. Don't get dehydrated. Don't miss the 3 new collections from Aussie. Add some roux to your do.
Somewhere between exits 45 and 50, an order was canceled. Somewhere between a hose and a radiator, there was trouble. Somewhere between noon and 2:30, there was a change of plans. And somewhere between where you are and where you're going, there's a Super 8. See you along the way.
Super 8 is a proud member of Trip Rewards. Sign up now at super8.ca.
Well, that deuce you see that Denmark scored in the 6th is the first 2 points that the Canadian men have given up in 14 ends of play in these first 2 days. 5-3, Canada now leads it, and it will be Glenn Howard, Richard Hart, Brent Lang, Craig Saville playing the Redstones that have the hammer here in 7.
Well, a little miscue with Glenn's first one, which but nice execution by Denmark to get their 2 points. And Glenn made a nice double with his second one. Otherwise, it could have been 3. But
yeah, full credit to Denmark. We said how hard it
absolutely.
is with those tap backs to not set up doubles, but Glenn got a little inside on his first double attempt, and there's the deuce on the board for the Danish team. And I mentioned right from the start how well Craig Saville has played, but Kenneth has played well too, and he's got a guard in a nice position this end, and this will be the key on any comeback possibilities for Denmark. Front stones and angle come-arounds.
yeah, the angle freeze is so important here.
Jensen, Villan, and just a little rub and roll.
Just a little light, eh, Victor?
Go here. Draw maybe.
Okay.
You could just, whatever. Nothing. You could peel that one, but through the hole.
Same weight, eh?
Yeah.
Terrific crowd for this early morning draw.
Through. Take a look. Close.
Can't hit the guard yet. They could peel out the yellow stone, but the angle isn't perfect onto the red. You'd have to just peel it out and leave the same come around. So the choice is to play this draw instead, and it will over curl.
Ja. Ja, vi skal ned og fryse. De 2 forreste ryger i hvert fald lige om lidt.
Så går den over den anden, ikke? Så står den i hans skue.
Han er nødt til at tage den.
Ja. Det synes jeg er meget god, den der.
Nej, kort rull.
Den, ikke?
Just go back and end. That 2 points is really big for Denmark. Not only is it 2 points on the scoreboard, psychologically it's a huge 2 points because they were down 5-1 and really, you know, they just didn't have anything going for them. But when you score 2 like that, and sure, the score it's only 5-3, but it's just psychologically you start to say to yourself, you know, we can maybe play with these guys as opposed to. You know, they seemed a little intimidated on the first part of the game, but
you could just rip it.
That was a tough miss.
Yeah, that was a hard one.
The 5th end, there was a force set up by Denmark getting rocks in the rings and forcing Glenn to hit against a couple, but rollouts, that's not going to do you anything. You need some rocks out front, or at least top 12 and something in behind cover. By the conclusion of the end, you might have Canada throwing against a couple.
I find this a little curious. You're up. I know you've got the hammer. You're up, and you've got 2 stones overlapped. You've got your stone buried. Why wouldn't you go right behind again?
Vic, we don't want you to think, okay? We just want, really, in all sincerity, I mean, those 2 rocks in front are not what you want. You can hit those, get rid of them, and you can lie too.
What about putting your foot on their throat?
No, because you're up 5-3.
Okay, so the scoreboard says it all.
Yeah, it says part of it. Yeah.
But Vic, it wasn't just bailing out of the situation. Canada is sitting 2, and the rocks are really well spread out. The double is not easy.
Okay.
So they weren't just giving up on the end. There was still a good way to generate a second point.
Okay, Bo.
Okay.
You know, no matter when you do have last rock like that, Vic, even though Canada was in behind them in the shot rock, those 2 rocks in front are worrisome for you because they are covering the 4-foot.
Okay.
So remember the friendly factor. Opponent rock can be your friend. That's when they're behind the tee line. or guards if you're needing to come back. And Canada didn't need either of those situations to occur.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Real hard. Real hard. Real hard. Hard. Real hard, guys. Real hard. Okay.
There's the double to get out.
Hang it.
Maybe freeze.
A little bit of a pocket, too.
Everybody out.
Canada hoped to roll away, sit a rock in the 12-foot and take away this close opportunity for a double.
Hold on the heart. Yep. 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 Hot. Hot.
Villant, 1 and not 2, and he barely got the 1.
Yeah, you're right.
Good curl, let's go. Normal here?
I think so.
Yeah, I guess.
I think so, Rich.
I didn't really phone it, but.
So now here's Linda. What you're suggesting is the chance to spread it out, huh? Avoid the setting up a double.
What I call the easy deuce. No risk, no guards out front. Spread them out, set up no doubles.
T-line. T-line.
Easy grunts.
Whoa. Faking it. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, grunt a little bit when you're jogging it. Especially when it's heavy. T-line. Perfect. No. No, no, no.
No, no. Not a boy, Rich.
Shot. Shot.
Boy, as flat as can be.
We really
Yeah,
make
that's
up
a
our
nice
decision
shot.
early and said, wait.
Up in the. We're in the hole. Forward.
This is one of those times where you may decide to hit the wide one first.
Yep.
If you don't get the good hit and roll towards it, you really give Canada a chance to spread out the stones. Nice
Very
shot.
nice. Very nice shot.
Shot lock. You guys like
Draw.
don't hate it, or you leave an easy double, that's no problem.
Well, you could tap ours and roll in front of theirs.
That wouldn't be bad. This is there too, I guess.
Yeah.
There.
Board.
That was a great roll. It really was.
It's a lot of weight.
If it rolls another foot and goes second shot, Canada does spread out the rocks, and that is the easy way to generate the deuce. Very nice roll. Now the tougher tap back required by Richard Hart.
Yep. Weight's good. Yep. Hard. Yeah. Hard. 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 Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Go, 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 go. Go. Take it, take it. Go, 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 go.
Now roll it away as much as you can. Really delicate, huh? Very nice.
That's nice curling.
Nice throw, Richie.
Thanks.
Straighten a bit?
Straighten, yeah. Look where my draw went.
Halfway down and going, oh man, this is going
Look where my draw went.
Well,
I was inside center, wasn't I?
Just.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but I wanted to give you less because it's straightened.
Yeah, I thought it would have curled lower.
Live look. Sweden, Finland, the only other game in this Sunday morning draw. And looking at that, the Swedes are lying 1. That's the stone edge of the 8-foot.
Määriksi, mutta se heitettiin viivan tolpalla, ettei siinä sitten voi oikein päätellä mitään. Kyllä se normaali.
Looks like he has a chance here to Marco Juusi-Paavaniemi to possibly get a 3 here. Is that right, Kathy?
Yes, he can for sure. On Pia Lindholm's first one, he tried to hit and roll behind the corner guard that you see on the left-hand side of the screen. He rolled too far. That's the biter, and unfortunately rolled to 4th shot, not able to get the second one in the right spot, and it is the best opportunity that the Finnish team has had this game.
Meanwhile, Johnny Frederiksen makes the takeout and then rolls across the top of the Canadian stone to sit shot. Boy's got to come over and come over quickly. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Now, do you move it far enough? It looks like it's a steal of 1 for Sweden.
One yellow.
One yellow it is.
What a giant turnaround in that game. That did not look like an easy, or at least a difficult shot for Marco. It looked quite easy to get the 3.
Ei sit nostanut.
Threw a lot of weight, Linda.
Just another sign that Marco just doesn't feel comfortable right now.
Well, if I roll a foot to 2 feet, it's a gimme double or way over. Way over is real good. Nose, he's got a real skinny double.
You throw it and make a decision. Yeah, I try the nose in here.
Glenn Howard and his first here in 7, and Canada does have the hammer.
This is where knowledge of angles is important. A nose hit makes the angle very steep. Rolling one way or the other a little bit would make it easier.
Hard.
Good shot.
Pretty good.
Good shot.
Thanks.
Pretty thin, but it's there.
Shotgun.
That works.
Okay.
Yeah, and anything that way was going to be disastrous.
Hvad fart kommer nu? Okay. Er det her så?
Det er snit. Det er ikke kun et snit. Scotland. Final, and the women lost too in the final. Sweden. Who was the women? Who were they? Anton.
Oh, you can hear the Canadian guys, Howard and Art, talking about the World Seniors that were played at the Thistle Curling Club. Scotland beating Al Hackner out of Thunder Bay in the men's gold medal game, and Ingrid Meldal from Sweden, a winner over Ann Dunn out of Ontario.
Yep.
Final stone, Johnny Frederiksen.
Whoa.
And he'll roll it across the top and spin too far.
Well, Vic, he was actually trying the thin double on the center line side. The other double, which would have ended up in a blank because your shooter would roll out, was much easier. Either that or you could have played the hit and roll in front of the other Canadian stone. The shot that Johnny just tried was very, very difficult.
Du står med kursen på midten, altså. Den er på den, mest på den side af linjen, altså.
Jo, du er stadig over bunden.
Can't hurt it. It's not through. Definitely not through.
Put it in the paint for 2.
It's really close to
Clean it.
Heavy.
So Denmark's still not playing at the top of their game. A mistake here, mistake there, and the Canadians jump all over them with a couple.
Cosmo readers have discovered a secret to healthy-looking, head-turning hair. Surprise! It's Head & Shoulders shampoo. Because a secret to truly healthy-looking hair is a healthy scalp. Head & Shoulders fights dandruff and contains 6 times the moisturizers. It starts at the scalp to give you smooth, silky hair that's free of visible flakes. No wonder a majority of Cosmo readers surveyed found that Head & Shoulders gave them healthy-looking, head-turning hair. Truly healthy-looking hair starts at the scalp.
Couple of Keats, please.
State your case, young man.
I'm on a first date, and a couple of Keiths would be great.
My finest ale would be perfect. Does she possess any land or livestock?
She has a condo and a cat.
Ooh, she's a keeper. Wilson, the pride of Nova Scotia. Wilson, what's a condo?
Canada
Canada's largest coast-to-coast mover, AMJ Campbell, has been moving households and offices locally and internationally since 1934. As the most trusted movers in Canada, AMJ Campbell is your source for your home, office, or do-it-yourself move. At AMJ Campbell, we treat your possessions like they're our own. AMJ Campbell is the only moving company that you can pay on your Sears card to earn Sears Club points. Thinking of moving? Call AMJ Campbell.
High-def colors like you've never seen. Only on Panasonic Viera Plasma.
Purolator, welcome to You Do Voodoo. We get thousands of orders online for cheating boyfriends, business partners. Thing is, they're heat sensitive.
No problem.
We ship coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Purolator's Canada's largest courier.
Delivered by 9 a.m.?
Overnight guarantee.
When you ship with Purolator, out of the ordinary is never out of the question. Purolator, where business is going.
You need to upgrade. Come on, upgrade.
Still haven't upgraded to Tampax Pearl? With 3 fabulous details, it's our best protection ever.
You know what to do. Upgrade.
Now the statue outside Rexall Place celebrating the career of Wayne Gretzky in the Stanley Cup Championships won by the Oilers. And there you see the championship banners here at Rexall Place. A reminder that tonight the Maple Leafs take on one of Gretzky's former teams, the Rangers, in New York. Coverage begins 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. Also available in high definition on TSN HD.
Shots up.
So the Canadians get the deuce in 7.
Yeah, for Denmark, that's kind of a heartbreaker. They got a good 2 the end previous, then you give the 2 back. So their backs are really backed up against the wall now.
Gå! Hvad? Den nye side, vi ikke rigtig har følge midt på. Så meget forhold til dig. 1. Midt på. 2 måske. 1. Højre. Højre. Kører meget ud. Og spiller.
Let's take a look at some of the player numbers now. They're brought to you by M&M Meat Shops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
I talked about Craig Saville and how he's been the best lead G for a long time. We've seen great numbers from him, but Kenneth has played very well in this game. The guards have been placed well, good come around, so it's been an interesting battle at that lead position.
Bumping? Yeah, no. Yeah, you got to go then. You got to go. Go hard. Copy. Okay. We're going to cue it, though. Yeah, it's bounce it a little bit, Rich. Bounce it. Uh-oh. Decided any good? Oh. Now we got both run backs. Yeah, let's go, Quinn.
It's a good call here. Freeze into them.
Kenneth Hairstall.
Catch it! Hit the stick! Ingenting!
They've been talking a lot about the draw speed, a little faster in this morning draw. The players finding it hard to pull back that tiny bit on the release, and that's the result. A little bit too strong.
Yeah, I agree. Anywhere low. Yeah, okay. Should be straight, eh?
Whoa, whoa.
Brent Lang.
Clean, whoa, whoa, whoa. Right off. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good. Good. I choked off that one anyway.
Yeah, the 2 and the 4 foot lined up pretty nice for Canada.
Yeah, we got the corner choked off.
13. Flyder langt, kan man sige. Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Bo's looking for the hit and roll. They need to try to jiggle the ones in the 4 foot area, but the roll would be terrific.
Følg den, get it. Ikke under. Spilleball.
Ligger toer.
String?
Now, 2 things. First of all, pure numbers. Brent Lang with the 91%. What great numbers. But then style of play, totally opposite. Denmark getting behind early, playing more draws. And Brent hitting out, trying to get the rocks off the front area and making the good hits and rolls himself.
Go just peel. Or we can hit the red. Okay. I like that better.
Red under the yellow behind it.
Sounds firm.
Easier. What? Sounds easier.
Let's see how hard I can make it look.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Got to get it by a Danish guard covering the edge of the 8 foot.
Whoa. Attaboy.
Angles it back, and Canada's line 2 without.
Thought that one through, eh? Wow.
It's a good position for Denmark, though. The guard and the rock in the house behind it favor Denmark. They can make the come around.
You can see the long corner guard, so as Linda suggests, it's a great position for Denmark to get around the guard, stay in front of the rock that's just behind the tee line, and the second shot.
Whoa. Yep.
So now it's Herstall and Villand with a big brush here. A great chance if they can sneak it around their own stone. A little bit more. Yes.
Yep.
And does this is going to overcurl a little bit.
Ja, det skal faktisk videre hele vejen. Det skal faktisk videre hele vejen.
Ja, det skal faktisk hele vejen, ja. Ja, der er ikke noget at sige op. Det er selv, der stopper.
Center?
I don't know. Show him my power. Come on. Really nice guy.
What do you guys think?
Sure. It's similar to the drive through this way, right?
Yeah, that should be good.
Did you find it? Weren't you surprised they got off the brushing a little bit?
Well, Vic, the problem was it was the perfect weight, so they were just not sure exactly what was going to happen to it. Just unfortunate for Denmark. It overcurls. It gives Canada a chance to cut off that come around.
It's one of those shots you got caught in the middle, Victor.
Line's perfect. Yep. Whoa. Right to it. Yep. Clean. Just
still there.
Whoa. Right to it. Attaboy. One more time.
I tell you, that just terrific stuff by Hart.
And terrific stuff for sure, 91%. And again, a great game by Lars. You look at the numbers for Denmark, and they've really been playing quite well. But Richard, terrific. And draws, you saw his percentage, and that draw was lovely.
58.
Lang. Lang. Den er meget lang. 11 bagretning. Yep.
Little heavy, little bump, roll, and sits out in the open.
Now. Feel that guy? Probably should stay, eh? Roll back 4.
Yeah, it's conservative.
Roll. I don't like out.
Or back to there.
Yeah, I think we should stay. You got
Can't nose.
Yeah, you just don't want to nose.
Oh. Okay, peel it then. Whatever you like, Glenn.
Well, either roll or roll out. I like either one.
Roll left and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah.
Live look at Finland and Sweden. Kathy, the Finns trying to regroup after they had a chance to get 3 and gave up the steal.
very, very tough. And for Marco, trying to pick out a stone that was just rolled there by Pea Lindholm on his last.
And so they will, they're having a look at that stone around the edge of the 12. No, since James Stryberg. It is a blank. 5-3. It remains Sweden as they go to the 9th. Finland with the hammer.
Ringen kan sidde midt imellem de to røde. Prøv. Får du i hvert fald den væk. Ja. Er du ud? Ja.
This is a situation I certainly wouldn't be playing the hit or even thinking of a double. You could tap this back and sit in front of the rock on the that's on the back of the button, and you could freeze to the one on the back of the button. They're playing a big weight hit here.
Trying to roll it behind the corner guard, but the angle is tough, and definitely, even if I was going to play a hit, this is big weight.
I just think it's too far along the end to be trying to get behind the corner. They made 2 great attempts to get behind that corner, and it was setting up nicely for them, but I think at that stage,
It's definitely time to draw tap.
You can still come off that.
Yeah, or you could cue it onto there too.
Because you're facing Glenn Howard, and if you don't get something in a perfect spot with those numbers, you know it's going to go and you won't have a chance. So Glenn, just tremendous performance in his first game and again in this game.
At 96%, that one mistake.
Same deal.
Basically, that's what those
One
points
miss.
are, right?
That's
One
correct.
miss.
Yeah, yeah.
You go here?
Yeah? It freezes.
That's fine.
Is it?
What you don't want to leave him is something to get into that top red behind the corner. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
What about edge of 4 right here?
Like top 8 sort of thing right here.
What about edge of 4? Yeah, right there.
He freezes, I blast it.
Yeah.
Might if he cues it.
Yeah, the cue, but we'll count it. Right?
If I knows it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's go there. Middle 4?
you want to stay completely away.
He's always got that
from this side
into the pile, eh?
You know,
so we're thinking just
so you're just going to try and get it over here.
Over here, top 8.
Yeah,
sort of thing?
Top of the 8 foot.
What's better, T-line or?
No, I think higher's better.
You don't want it too deep. You heard him say if you get it down too deep, then he can get a roll over there.
He's got to bite the 8.
As Glenn was going down, Lindy, he went as if to suggest, even at this point, not quite sure of the ice to get there.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was actually thinking a lot about the ice. In my opinion, I'd bring this a little deeper than they said, biting 8 foot. I wouldn't mind it being second shot over a rock that if the other team decided to go around the corner guard, you were still second shot. But definitely you're trying to draw the play away. That's the main purpose of this shot.
Hard. Go,
that one looks light.
Go. Hard.
Lang and Saville and Hart, and they'll drag it.
Okay.
And they will get it there for fourth shot.
That's the job.
But without the hammer here in 8th.
No, I thought that one looked still fine. I thought you threw that one good. I wonder if you're in a little funny spot there, too.
It might be.
But then it was talking about is now you could come down here and sit here and you could be second shot rock. Because they wanted this a little bit deeper, I think.
Det er op til dig. Skal vi spille fryser? Bare sidde på trykke på den ene eller på
And they're going to try and freeze to the back one. Only 2 rocks to come. Come down and sit right on the top of that one.
Spil fryser, så bare stort set 90% på højre side af den, så hvis der er, den skal trække den ud, ja, skal den vej over. Ja.
Johnny Frederiksen and the first for the Danish skip here in 8th.
Yep.
Time, Linda?
Det er jeres party.
Oh, 14.3 now, Vic.
Ja, skal på den her sidelinje. Ja!
That's why they're scrubbing this one. Just a little short.
Ah, det er så imponerende. Det er ikke oppe i nummer 95. Det er bare imponerende.
Make it go away.
Johnny. Du spiller 4 forskellige tider i øjeblikket.
Just get it out of there. Make it go away. That's all you need to do here.
Ooh. Oh, boy, look at that. All right. So now it's 5.
High five now.
Yeah. Up top?
I hit him perfect.
Little bonus.
Exactly what we
Wasn't playing for this little roll, but tapped the other yellow one out. Now he's tightened the ice up here. I thought maybe Johnny would play this very quietly, but looks like he's playing some form of hit.
Facing 5.
Yep.
Hairstall is on the left. Jensen on the right. Nyland calling line.
Pretty nice throw.
Very nice. Good brushing to hold the line. Perfect.
To sit on the pin for his single, so no panic at all from Johnny Frederiksen as he faced 5. Canada, though, still in control, up by 3.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Midas. For mechanics known for their work and their word, trust the Midas touch.
And we'll get you back to Rexall Place in just a moment. Corey Warren here inside the Sports Center newsroom. The early edition of Sports Center coming your way at 6 o'clock Eastern time. Quick peek at some of the stories that we are following for you today. Little matinee action between the Wings and Blue Jackets. Dominic Hasek tested early, but he stops Alexander Svitov. This game is still scoreless in the first. Tonight, another huge game for the Maple Leafs against the 7th place Rangers at MSG. Toronto can leapfrog the 8th place Habs in the Eastern Conference with a win. And you can see it live here on TSN 7 Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific time. And it's opening night in Major League Baseball. The world champion Cardinals hosting the Mets in an NLCS rematch. We will tee it up for you on SportsCenter. And in the NBA, the Raptors host the Charlotte Bobcats at the ACC. Toronto sitting 3rd in the Eastern Conference standings. We'll have all that and a whole lot more. All the day's news, all the highlights coming up on SportsCenter, 6 Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. More curling on the way.
Inspiration. Where does it come from? Is it conviction? The things you can't compromise on? Is it anticipation? Knowing where to be? Wherever it is, find your inspiration. And you'll find greatness.
Do you rise in the morning with the sun? Fill your eyes till the moonlight is done. Do you hear the sound of your heart sing as it calls out, this is living? There's no place like this where I've been. There's no dream like this that I've seen.
Good Shepherd is the best spy movie ever. It's the godfather of CIA movies. Matt Damon, Angelina Jolie, Alec Baldwin, Robert De Niro, William Hurt, Joe Pesci. The Good Shepherd, available on DVD and HD DVD Tuesday.
Never stop enjoying life. Strauss Herb Company, bringing science and tradition together for a brighter future.
No golf courses open here yet, but around the country we know some people are already swinging it. And TSN has live coverage of the 2007 Masters starting April 5th. And as an added bonus, coverage of the first 2 rounds will be carried live from the fabled Amen Corner on TSN Broadband at tsn.ca. North Saskatchewan is beginning to thaw, but the cold weather will be with us for most of the week, they say, about -5 as highs and still a little bit of snow in the forecast as we welcome you back to Rexall Place. Denmark facing 5, makes the hit and stick to get the single. We go to the 9th, and Canada up by 3 and playing the Redstones with the hammer.
Well, that 4-0 start really, got Canada rolling. The well-earned 2 in the first end, and then a steal and a steal. You heard Glenn talk about. And, it's a tough team to beat at the best of times, but you certainly can't spot them 4 points.
A lot of good things have happened for Denmark. We must remember they've struggled in their other appearances, only 4 wins in their previous 3 appearances, and there's been a lot of good in this game. I talked about the Leeds Rocks, another nice lead stone this end by Denmark, a nice guard. Johnny himself has made 2 doubles, made a double in the first end to limit the end, and a double to score his first point in the 4th. And the last end, a lot of courage to get in the hack against 5 and throw that quiet hit. So there's been a lot of good things for Denmark, and that's the kind of thing they'll have to build on for the rest of the week.
Kathy?
Well, and they come into this, Vic, without having traveled a lot this year. They went to Norway, they went to Switzerland, and they went to the Czech Republic. But even when they talked about their own country playdowns, only 6 teams compete. They play a double round robin. They have not had a lot of games. So a team like this gets better as the week goes on, and unfortunately for them, hitting Canada early on really makes it a lopsided battle going in terms of experience.
Well, the same thing was good. We said yesterday about Finland as well. That's not, you would like to play Canada towards the end of the week when you've gotten used to the ice and you've maybe gotten your game together. But you got to play them sometime.
It's an interesting year, the post-Olympic year. If we look back to the Women's World Championship, I think there was a lot of people surprised at the performance of Sweden and Annette Norberg, Olympic champ, world champ, and she really struggled. But it is one of those years where people did pull back a bit on their training because they've had such a busy schedule. And I think then next year you'll see a ramping up of the activity to get prepared for the next Olympics.
Bo Jensen.
Start. Good. Vente lidt. Vente. Ud. Wow. 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 Meget plads.
Send baby.
Kommer en automat. Ja. 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 Vente lidt.
Skal lige få den der skotte på.
Not quite enough to catch
Just the one.
Okay. The button. Looks like the Canadian stone is still shot.
I think they were trying to angle the red one at the front and set up a potential for later. It almost drew around the red one for a shot. That was a bit of a surprise.
Brent Lang trying to open things up.
Clean.
They are.
Clean. Clean.
Throw.
Oh my God.
Now here is what Johnny Frederiksen faced and is facing this week in Edmonton. He opened against Sweden and, as we say, stole that win in the extra against a 3-time world champion, pardon me. Then goes Canada, Finland, U.S. and France. And then he closes out against Scotland, Switzerland, 2 of the early favorites, I would think, Norway and Germany.
Når den kommer over, dreng. Køller meget nu, drenge. Køller langt. Skal den med? Ja, ja. Den er med.
But as you said, Ray, if the Canadians play to their ability, they are the prohibitive favorite.
It's just all that experience and attitude. They are not here taking things lightly. They understand. They know that these teams all want to be up for them and can get up for them.
Yep. Really hard.
But they're just a solid team. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teams in this country that are solid right through lead, second, third, and skip. They play 150, 160 games a year. They all play on the tour. They're playing each other each weekend. The top teams you have to beat. Not very often do you see them beat themselves. Still a game of percentage, and if you continually play against the percentages, they will beat you. But these teams are too wise, and they play too often.
The whole Canadian team looked very strong and very ready for this event. I think Glenn in particular looks really focused. The other three, the games have been a little lopsided. They've had an early lead. I think Richard, Brent, and Craig look a little more relaxed and going up and down the ice brushing, but Glenn, to me, has that look of a skip that is so ready and so really feeling the weight and feeling the game in such a positive manner.
That Stone coming off the back of the guard and then settling in, peeking out, but not very much. Probably looks very, very.
So Vic's talking about off the back of the Yellowstone in front, and nicely tucked in behind it.
Back in gas line. Back nummer retning.
Kom nu.
Vær med, kom bare.
Læg god på retning.
Så langt det går, Kenneth.
Læg god på retning. Bare så langt det går.
Så langt det går.
Langt det går. Træk den lidt.
It's been kind of a funny game. There really hasn't been any spectacular shots made, so the crowd really hasn't been in it. Canada's kind of had control right from the very beginning, so it's been a very Sunday morning coming down crowd.
Try to get low. You like it? You like normal? Just normal?
And as Glenn said, it makes him pretty happy that his team is performing that way. He doesn't want it necessarily to come down to last rock. Although Kathy made a good point in asking Glenn about that situation, having close games at some point during the week. As a skip, as a whole team, you like to have to make some very key shots. It gets you ready for the playoffs. That assumes, of course, that Canada will be in the playoffs, which I believe they will. It is nice to have a last rock that you have to make so that you've got that in your back pocket and really mentally you're prepared to do it.
Yep. Hard.
1, 2, 3, and move it back, and look at that. Is that pretty? That's Canada line 4 with the hammer here in the ninth.
That is pretty.
Nice shooting, Richie.
First one was huge.
Yeah, that was nice.
Huge.
Yeah.
Get that out of the way. I'm gonna
That could nice, eh?
You were barely bored. You were like,
oh, really?
It's the curl. It's the beautiful weight to get the curl, to cross the stone, to get the angle. All those things combined, it was a terrific shot.
I have to give the ice crew here a lot of credit. This surface is wonderful. It's terrific. Lots of movement. A couple little tricky spots, but that's okay. I mean, that's what this game's about. You can't expect to be perfect all the time.
It brings ice reading in as a skill.
Absolutely.
You have to read every spot, and that's the way it should be.
Couldn't agree more.
And they've had to do their fair share of reading today.
Yeah.
In particular, right?
And it's, I said it yesterday, and I say it today, again today. We always say it, is that the Kentucky Derby's run in the mud, and you'll see next weekend it could rain in Augusta. You have to adjust to things like that. And sometimes we get your ice surface. I mean,
spoiled.
We do. We expect too much, but I mean, as long as it's consistent, that's what occurred. I mean, at the bar we had a little bit of maybe a soft surface, and we didn't know where it came from. So there were some stones that were doing things that were not consistent to the surface, but it looks like this is a great building, and David Merklinger and the crew have good control of it. So I look for a great week with great shot making. And talking to some of the teams last night, the European teams in particular said, gee, the ice is just fabulous, because they don't play, then they don't get quite as many opportunities to play on this kind of a nice surface.
Gå så lidt før, mand. Har vi arbejdet på den hele vejen? He does have the wide shot here, eh? And if he just hits his own anywhere, just squirts in for shot, eh?
There's a lot in there.
Okay. You know what I mean? Like he can come around wide with like back ring and just...
Do you like that? We're 2.
Oh, 2.
Looking at Sweden and Finland. And
Take a time.
There's a stone at the back. He's got a... Jussi Pavelniemi have a chance for a couple here?
Well, what he's trying, Vic, is he could play the wide open hit on the center line for 1, but he's trying to find a way for 2. That's why he's going outside, try to play the thin double and move that stone off the forefoot and count that red one at the back as well.
Well, he's got the 1. There it is. Now it has to go a little further, and not quite enough. So just the single for Finland, and it's a 5-4 lead for Sweden and Lindholm, and the Swedes have the hammer coming home.
It just chips that into here and it's lost.
Wow, that's over here. That's over buried, bro.
Well, look where they drew. Like Craig drew it to here, man, around that, you know, a similar spot.
It's still there. We still have this one that we threw here, though, right? And it's a no hit.
It is not easy to get it there. That's the only thing. Might overcurl a bit.
Yeah, you gotta skinny this one.
You guys, even freeze? Is that too deep? I guess.
Well, I don't want to expose this one.
And you don't like that double, Glenn?
I don't mind it.
We're just trying to. What leaves us the best situation?
I kind of like that one right there, I think.
What?
Top 8.
Okay. You like it?
I'm just thinking now, what if I overcurl here? What does I get?
Top 8?
Give me in off? Is it 2?
No, it won't be just a 2. He'll roll into his own, right?
Canadians have called the first of their 2 1-minute timeouts available to them.
It's the long guard that's presenting the problem that covers the yellow stone and the 2 that are frozen together. That long guard out in front that we're looking at now.
Thank you.
I like that.
Coming into the top of the 8-foot.
This has got to be good, doesn't it? I think so. Top 8?
Yep.
Coming into the top 8-foot.
Reg.
Canada is sitting 2, and that's why they don't want to make any sort of play into the 4-foot area. This is a setup shot. If Denmark can find a way to go around the wide side maybe of the guard and tap their own up, jiggle it in for shot, this rock placed top 8-foot would be usable.
Do it, aren't you?
Yeah, right to it.
Okay, stay close. Yeah, it's over curling a bit. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. Shot.
They talked about how that was actually a difficult draw because of the curl and the one guard, the tight guard meant that it would be hard to get it in the perfect spot. It did over curl a touch.
Put it in my hand. Yeah. I thought I popped it.
And Denmark has now called their first timeout.
Så sidder vi der. Og det er det.
Der er kvart på.
Han har en dobbelt til 3, men altså...
Den er jeg med på.
Altså, det er også med på. Er tyndt her, men så... er fandme svært at sætte hernede igennem.
Er det her? 8? Jeg troede, I ville komme ned.
Prøv lige se, er det ikke næsten det samme shot som herfra?
Jo.
Det jeg spiller på den sidste.
Jo.
På midten.
Yes. Kan se lidt i den. Det kalder den.
Får den fat i den derovre?
Ja, jeg tror godt, vi lige kan få fat i den.
Altså, hvis den bare skubber den der, så sidder den her oppe. Ja.
Yeah. Shot stone is available. A corner of it is available.
He's playing the double, I think.
It's hard to tell if he's playing the
Thin double or the...
Or the red onto yellow onto red combo.
Yeah. It's an intern, so. Come off the top red one.
Final stone for the Danes here in the ninth. Johnny Frederiksen. Huge scrub. Hairstone. Jensen by the guard. Off one. Get them both, and it backs up.
Very nice shot. Beautiful shot.
Oh, look at that. And it spins down to grab the top four, and it's covered. To lie two.
This is what he played all the way. The thin double.
That's why Glenn's Rock ended up in the wrong spot. It wasn't usable for him and did give Denmark a chance to do that bouncing around and jiggle out the two red stones.
Great shot. Glenn's Rock came too deep.
Yeah, that could have been game over, considering the number of red stones in the house.
Yeah, now it's a tough little hit against quiet tap back against two.
Yep. Just hack. Whoa. Hard. Yep.
Boy, look at this bend. This is just diving. Just to save it, they got to get it by that one. Hold it, and they managed to, when he gets the inside roll to get it up. It looks like he did. Wow, great brushing to Saville and Lang, who saved it. And with that, Canada will win it, their second in a row. Make the final, Canada 8 and Denmark 4. And thanks to that front end.
Regular toothbrushes can't stand up to it. Oral-B Triumph. Triumph is the first brush with an onboard computer and floss action brush head to power clean between teeth. It helps fight gingivitis, and it helps give you healthy-looking teeth and gums by your next checkup. Get a smile you can feel triumphant about. Oral-B Triumph. Brush like a dentist.
The Olympic Winter Games are returning to home ice. Now, the Royal Canadian Mint presents a series of new coins to celebrate our athletes' quest for gold. Winning, though, also takes you, your encouragement and enthusiasm. In fact, without it, their hopes and dreams disappear. Collect our new curling coin from your change, also available at Petro-Canada, or visit an RBC branch today. Collect it and cheer on our Vancouver 2010 athletes.
Heat. Enemy of engines. Enemy of heat? Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic, with adapted molecules that continually separate and reform to help conquer heat. Not just oil, Pennzoil.
Come try your first end.
I wasn't sure, but I tried it.
Your very first end.
We tried it.
You should try it.
Now we do it together. Get out.
Go curling.
It's so much fun!
Meet between the sheets. Be part of a tradition.
Be part of a team.
You don't know what you're missing.
You never forget your first end.
Your very first end.
Come play.
Discover curling.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
Get off your butt and go curling!
Yeah, no, sounds good. Sorry, sir, I gotta let you go. I'm gonna lose you again. Okay, yeah, bye.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know how much it means. Yeah, it's done. Uh-huh. No. Hold on. You okay?
Oh,
Sounds great. Okay. Yep.
Rogers, Canada's most reliable wireless network.
Hey, dude, can you give me a hand?
Be strong and beautiful. Discover Secret Platinum with Olay conditioners. The strong wetness protection of Secret Platinum plus the silky smoothness of Olay helps keep you fresh and dry all day.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
Wait, I didn't get your name.
Sam. Secret. Strong. Like a woman.
Canada out of the gate very quickly against the Danes, up 4-0, and then they just rode it through. But the key shot may have been that last one. Brought to you by Scotty's Tournament of Hearts. New look, new name.
You've always told me, Vic, in NASCAR or any motorsport, you can't win without a good pit crew, and you can't win without a good front end. Watch these guys brush this. Glenn maybe gets it started a bit, I'm not sure, but it curled more than he expected, and it really started to move, and they hammered it all the way. The guys in the pit made this shot.
Absolutely. And that was the difference. Got the single for an 8-4 win here at the Ford World Curling Championships in Edmonton.
The 2007 Ford World Men's Curling Championship on TSN is brought to you by Ford, built for life in Canada.
There are two schools of thought on the new Super Duty. One says it's all about being big. Big engine, big payload. The other says it's all about the little things done right. Power scope mirrors, integrated tailgate step. One thing everyone agrees on. It's one tough truck. The all-new 2008 Ford Super Duty. Built Ford tough.
Hey, dude, can you give me a hand?
Be strong and beautiful. Discover Secret Platinum with Olay conditioners. The strong wetness protection of Secret Platinum plus the silky smoothness of Olay helps